right, folks, it is the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew here. Well, part of the crew. 6:01 as we roll here on a Thursday. Why are you all smiley over there, Roxanne? You're all grinning ear to ear.
Oh, I know why I am.
Yeah,
because
why?
today is my Friday.
Oh, that's right, because you're going to Mexico tomorrow.
I'm going to Mexico. Yes.
Yeah. And then Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Norway.
Ukraine. Do they have Ukraine?
They don't have Ukraine at Epcot yet.
They don't.
They're working on that.
I'm sure they are.
They make it very authentic.
Yeah.
They're building Saudi Arabia, though.
Yeah. No, they're not.
I thought.
Really? No, they're not.
Stupid idiot, you believe that.
I didn't believe. That's why I said another. So, if they had Ukraine at Epcot, would there be 150,000 Russian troops?
Yes,
right
because
on the border
they want to build the authenticity when you experience it.
Yeah. So Roxanne's heading to Epcot tomorrow. So a little personal day off.
Yeah.
I think she's smiling because there's no Fester next to her.
Yeah. Well, that's the story. Where is Fester? Have we heard from Fester? Anyone?
No, I was just going to check my phone.
Well, let me check my phone as well. Yeah, Fester is MIA.
Nope. Nothing.
No text. Well, that's kind of odd.
It's irresponsible.
It's kind of odd for Fester not to be here and also not text us.
Okay, so here's the bet. When he comes in and you ask him what happened, is he going to say, I'm glad you asked?
Well,
and then
why you certain that he is coming in?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he's done this, 10 times since we've been back on the air?
I mean, he's not the epitome of health. He could have,
dropped dead?
Maybe while driving and just drove off the Howard Franklin or something. I don't know.
Like our friend did. He had a heart problem and smashed through a fitness gym or something.
Tommy, yeah, we heard about that.
I mean, I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope he's wearing a seatbelt.
Call him.
That was like, hey, Kool-Aid, just seriously. Tommy Chuck's like the Kool-Aid man. You know what? I'm going to start calling him Kool-Aid man.
Kool-Aid Tommy.
Seriously, Tommy drove through a wall. I saw him, and he was a couple of months ago, and I said, did they ever figure out what happened to you? Because he told me the story.
I saw him, too.
And they said they never figured out. So we have a friend of ours. Coop.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh, yeah.
Did it sound like that?
Yeah. So a friend of ours, well, we used to work with him, Tommy Schmuck on Wheels. Tommy was the program mangler when we were at FLZ. And apparently Tommy was at, Dale Mabry and Gandy area? Somewhere down there.
Had a ticker issue.
And Tommy was at a traffic light. And that's the last thing he remembers. And then I think he woke up in the hospital. Somehow he had some kind of a medical episode. And he jammed his foot on the accelerator or something and just drove through the intersection, drove through a parking lot, and smashed into his health club or something to that effect.
I saw him 2 weeks ago, and I go, what did that turn out to be? And he goes, I don't know. Nobody knows.
No one knows.
I go, okay.
Man, I don't like that. I don't like any type of medical mystery,
You think?
I'm the kind of person where I want to know what caused that. If something happens, what was the cause? When a plane crashes, for instance.
It just fell.
You got the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board. They send their GO team.
And you get the black box.
You get the two black boxes.
Figure it all out.
You get the data recorder, you get the flight recorder, and you got to figure out what caused the plane to crash in order to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So I don't like mysteries that are unsolved. I don't like unsolved. Wasn't that a TV show, Unsolved Mystery? I don't like
With
that.
Robert Stack.
Yeah, I don't want unsolved mysteries.
No, how unfulfilling.
I like to have mysteries solved so you know what the hell happened.
It's called a little peace of mind. You don't want to think every day, is my heart going to give out today?
Yeah.
You like a little Scooby-Doo mystery.
We're thinking of it,
Those
Tommy.
always
Yeah,
get-
but as
those
long
always-
as it's solved,
Yes.
by those meddling kids, So, all right, 6:05, we're just getting rolling. You know what? People are loving these dash cams. Hey, Coop, how gaga are people going over these dash cams that were given away from Kemp Rouge and Green?
I was still taking calls for 30 minutes after the contest telling people to try again tomorrow.
Well, we have another dash cam. We're giving away these high-quality digital dash cams to put in your vehicle so you can record the road in front of you, and it's courtesy of Kemp Rouge and Green, one of our clients. Your car accident team, a law firm that specializes in auto injuries and negligence cases, and they give us a whole stack of these dash cams to give away, and, well, we got another one to give away today, so don't move. All right, we're loaded this morning. I got a whole pile of early morons in the news we'll get to here in just a bit. Fester's wife and Grand Theft Auto, not the video game. We'll talk about that at 7:45. We got a solid 6 hour, which we'll commence with again next here on the MJ Morning Show at Q105. Wednesday. Fester has arrived. Any reason for your tardiness today?
Yeah, there's always a reason. I don't know if it's a
Well,
good
don't make
reason.
me guess. It's not
No.
a quiz show here. Why the hell were you late?
Okay, that's a different question.
Yeah, Fester wasn't here for the opening. He walked in right at the end of the opening of the show, and Fester walked in all smug. He had some like aviator sunglasses
Not
on,
even-
like
yeah.
I was going to make a big deal about his late arrival.
I was
and
trying to blend
I just
in.
ignored you.
Good, fine.
Yeah,
That's
Did you have an
fine.
eye
Yeah.
doctor appointment this morning? Did you get
I-
your eyes dilated?
It's a new look, I think. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
he
going
had a doctor's appointment at 4 a.m. and had his eyes dilated.
You know,
Yes,
Mr.
middle of the night ophthalmologist.
We're completely
Yeah.
booked up for the next 2 months. I only have this 4:45 appointment available on a Thursday. I'll take it. No, I think the sunglasses are a new look I'm going for because
That's cool. I love when radio guys wear sunglasses
Yeah.
in the studio.
it's a thing. It's
very
a thing.
80s.
Yeah, so it's appropriate. Reason for my tardiness
Yes.
is mechanical. I can't drive my car quickly anymore.
You can't go barreling down.
Yeah, I've
You can't go barrel acid in your rattling, shaky 2004 Lincoln Town Car. Dude, it is time to get a new car. What is it about your car all of a sudden?
I took it in yesterday for an alignment.
Yeah.
And the shop that I took it to, a nice shop.
Oh, is this what you handed me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Fester handed me a piece of paper. I just threw it on the side. This? Hold on. Let me open this
Yeah,
up.
open it out.
I
Open
got
that
it.
up.
All right. All right, I got it.
So,
Oh, my God. $3,278.60?
that's just
My God.
That's the estimate.
That's just totaled out car.
Oh, my God. All right, folks, I wasn't prepared for this. Hold on. This segment's taking a little turn here.
My car isn't taking
And
a
by the
turn.
way, Fester might be turning his wheel, but the car might be going straight.
That's the case. That's how this whole thing started.
Oh, my God. Is this an estimate to get? Dude, you were going to get an alignment because your car was pulling.
I even said it earlier this week. I was going to take it to a shop. It needed an alignment. It was pulling to the left.
Wait a sec.
Holy cow, they raked you.
Hold on a minute. So the notes are customer states riding rough, not sure if it's because of the alignment. So, Fester, you went to an automotive place
Yeah.
near your RV job at General RV.
Yeah, really nice shop. They're
Right.
always busy. Always hear good things about them.
They do alignments.
Yeah.
So you think you're going to roll in there and get a $99 alignment, right?
I think it was 124.
All right.
if I
Oh, yeah.
recall.
I'm so far off. All right. Yeah, my God. I missed that by a mile. All right.
I just want to be correct.
All right. So Fester, you roll in for an alignment,
And I walk in like I'm Rockefeller. I'm like, you know what? Let's throw an oil change on it too while we're at it.
Oh, big
I had a
spender.
good
Let's-
week.
Wait a
Let's
minute.
check the fluids.
so you roll in for an an alignment.
Yes.
You roll in for an alignment, and you walk out with an estimate of $3,278.60 for everything that's wrong with that heap.
Don't they let you know? They should have let you know that.
No, they didn't do the
They
work.
didn't do the alignment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
Fine.
not like everything's broken, sir, but hey, it'll ride
They
straight.
quoted you first?
No.
All right, hold on. I got to go over this. So this is an automotive place, and you say this place has a good reputation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Your car doesn't, though.
The car does. The issue is the car, right?
right. Festus said, did you say on the air, or did you just say this off the air that you need to get an alignment?
Both.
I
said
think
it on the air. You
said it a couple
on the
times
air,
on
I
the
said
air.
that I was taking it for an alignment for one reason or another. But
Yeah, because the car was like tugging a little bit.
Yeah.
So Fester goes to the place to get the alignment, and as they're checking out the car, this is a whole list of everything that needs to be done to your car. Here, listen to this.
this list is so far
Wait.
without knowing what else needs to be
All right.
fixed once they get to it.
Right.
I love the description. So this is Fester's 2004 Lincoln Town Car, which he refuses to get a car that is even from the last decade. He's got a car from the previous decade. All right. It states on the actual estimate, the work order, which, by the way, the work order is 131795, and it reads that the customer states alignment, steering wheel is not straight, pulls to the left.
That's true. That's exactly what I said.
Here's the list of everything's wrong with Fester's car. Replace all ball joints, $400.
That doesn't sound good.
Replace upper arm, $319. $1,000.50.
Upper arm.
Lower joint, $184.50.
So far, it's just body parts.
Replace both front struts, $200. Replace both rear shocks, $120.
Dude.
So if you do all this, how long is it going to last you?
Alignment, $125. Intake manifold, replace, $540.
That's a big
Ugh.
one. Ugh.
Yeah, to order
Intake
that.
manifold, $385. So what's the why does the intake manifold have $540 and then $365? Coolant, $27.98.
I might have a leak.
Replace sway bars.
Yes.
$50, I guess, was it times two?
What,
or what?
what are sway bars?
Who knows what any of this stuff
They keep-
is?
I think they keep your car straight while they're going down the road. It keeps your car from
From
swaying.
swaying.
Hence the name sway bars.
Sway bar link, $79.98.
Gotta have the links.
Waste disposal fee, $4.
Where's the sticky steering wheel fee?
Shop supplies, $6.
That's not bad. I thought that was really reasonable. $6.
Oh my!
Are they going to fix the flappy arm thing? That
Hold on. What are these notes on here that you wrote?
So then he's telling me.
I see 55. Keep off H.
Right. Okay.
Safe/unsafe. What do you
Okay,
write? What do you write on here? Decipher
just
these.
get a car.
The guy tells me
Yeah.
last night. He goes, look, all things being equal, I'll keep it here at my shop behind the gate, so it's not a menace. And I'm like, what? He goes, well, he's like, the thing about this
He
car.
didn't want you on the road with the car.
He offered to keep it, and I was like, look, man, I appreciate it. I was like, I need the car.
He offered to scrap it.
I was
I
like,
got to get this thing off the road,
I was
son.
like, can I break it anymore?
I have an automotive responsibility to state if I detect unsafe cars, it could be a menace to society. I got to keep them off the road,
Has to report you.
He's like, look, you can't break it anymore. I mean, it's already broken. But he goes, you could pop a tire because now my tires aren't rubbing right.
What is
Dude.
50? Why do you have 55 circled?
He said,
Don't go above that, right?
don't go above 55 miles an
Oh,
hour.
my God.
Don't go
Oh,
above
my
55.
God.
So that's why you were
Holy
late.
crap.
So that's
Mechanically, what would happen if you went above 55?
well, it becomes a rattle
It
box.
explodes like speed.
I mean, it's like it has a seizure or something.
Hey,
so
I'm-
you've been experiencing that.
Hey, Coop, make the camera go on the estimate of 3,200. You got it? Is it clear? Yes,
Yeah,
no?
clear as day, yeah.
Oh,
So-
you got it?
Don't go above 55. There's a bomb on the Lincoln.
Nothing like that. The guy's like, I was like, it rattles when I drive. He's like, yeah, it's going to do that. Every component that keeps it straight's broken. And I was like, oh. He's like, if I were you, I'd keep it under 55 and I would keep it off highways. And
Keep it off highways. That's how you get here.
That's
That's
come
your
on,
whole
man.
route.
You're gonna,
Dude,
all I do.
Get this damn car off the road.
you're gonna kill yourself.
or somebody
And other
else.
people.
The guy says,
Get the car, Fester.
The guy
I
says-
am having this car towed right now.
You're not
Hang
having
on, I'm
it
call-
towed?
He has a moral responsibility to.
I'm having this towed and crushed by the end of the show.
Let's drop it.
We are gonna hold on. We need a car
Lifted by a
crusher.
crane.
We're gonna crush this car live on the air.
so the guy says, the car's not fully unsafe. And I was like, okay. He goes, but it's not safe either. I'm like, well, what does that mean? Is it one or the other? It's kind of like in that gray area.
Oh my God,
The
Fester!
only person you're going to hurt is yourself.
Get the car off the road, and then hold on. We also have the story with Allison and her Grand Theft Auto issue.
Coincidentally, this
Oh,
is a very
my-
heavy Fester
Dude.
Automotive day.
This is a twofer.
See, he has a valid excuse for being late this time.
Oh my God, Fester!
Amazing.
Your car is getting off the road.
No, absolutely, you can't.
No, it can.
That battle bot of a car that I have.
Fester, the other day you said you made like $20,000 over the weekend. You could get a car, dude.
My
Oh no, I'm not going to get a car.
Oh, my
I'm going to
All
invest
right.
that money in crypto
That's smart.
and cigars.
Oh.
You're a moron. I'm so
I'm going to be a
sorry.
Shibu Inu billionaire.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
All right. All right. Hang on a minute. Fester, we're getting your car crushed this week. Or maybe early next week.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, so
It is Thursday.
it is. All right, 627. That's nuts. You can't put $3,200 into this car.
That's what the guy said. I walked into
know.
the shop to get the estimate to get my car back, and the guy's like, "How much money you want to put into this heap?" And I'm like, "Ugh."
All right, folks, if you're smashed into by Fester's unsafe car,
Check it out. 310-8444. 813-310-8444. 813-310-8444. 813-310-8444. 310-8444. Call faster!
Don't call. Text. All right, so this morning, Froggy.
No.
Just this morning.
What happened? I blacked out.
Just this morning.
By the way, I couldn't dump all that.
Of course not. That's why I did it over the song.
It's undumpable.
It would have sounded horrible.
All right, so this morning, Fester, I get a text at 4:56 a.m.
Oh, wow, nice.
This says, "Good morning, Fester. Listening to y'all from Korea."
Wow.
What?
Yes.
North or south?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, let me guess on that
What
one.
a question.
I will text that back. North or south?
What would your guess be, Roxanne?
Middle.
Well, you never know. It might be Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, I said, "What are you doing in Korea?" He's like, "Visiting my Uncle Kim." I said, "He's just kidding. He's in the Air Force."
There you go.
Looking for Uncle Sam.
Look how much we're learning just from me giving out Fester's phone number, 813-310-8444.
It does have a ring to it. I mean, that's why I picked the number. I mean,
For those that are not aware of what you're hearing right now,
This is out of control.
about a week ago, Froggy just decided to blurt out Fester's personal cell number on the air, and, well, it's continued. At first, I tried to dump it. We've got two attempts at a dump, so 5 seconds out of 5 seconds, so I can dump a total of 10 seconds. But once I hit the dump button, there are no more dumps until the dump machine builds back up the delay. So I would dump, and then Froggy would just blurt out the number again, and then I couldn't dump it. So
It's easy to defeat the dump, really.
Fester's phone number has been blurted out on the show now over the last week, probably about 100 times.
What is it somebody else just blurted out? I dare you. Roxanne, do it.
813. What is it again?
Stop blurting
I
out.
don't know it.
I mean, he just sang a song about it, Roxanne.
310-8444.
Stop giving. Come on.
Can you at least sing it to tune?
Well, Fester, what was the total number of texts that you got on your personal cell phone yesterday? Was how many?
386.
All right, obviously, that's not the real number.
Let's
but,
get to
right, but,
813-310-8444.
Oh, Roxanne did it now.
So, all right, Fester. About how many?
If I told you,
Hundreds?
if I told you, MJ, there's more than 200 of them.
Oh,
I showed Froggy I showed Froggy my phone
He showed it to me
during
yesterday.
the show, and it was like 120 within like the 3 minutes that he gave it out. When he did his whole little thing yesterday. I'm getting texts right now. Froggy's an idiot.
Hey.
Punch that guy in the crotch.
Oh, this is backfiring.
Somebody from St. Okay, so the guy in Korea is a listener from our St. Louis area.
Yeah.
See, look at
Yeah,
that.
see?
Learning so much. I think it's a positive thing that I
So-
give out your number.
Yesterday, Froggy said, "Hey, everyone text Fester fart monkey right now."
You should do it again today.
And Fester got how many people?
It was that was 148 that I showed him. 148 people. That little, the icon where your envelope is with or not the envelope with the
Yeah, he goes,
look at
the
my
little
phone.
speaker sound with the little red circle.
The little thought.
Was it
thought bubble.
148?
I
And
laugh so hard.
as he's holding my phone, it's like vibrating in his hand.
Fart monkey.
Fart monkey, fart monkey, fart monkey.
And then one
fart
person
monkey.
sent a picture of a monkey farting.
You're going to need a new data plan.
Then I got emojis.
This is awesome.
I need a new data plan. Yes, thank you.
I'm going to start giving out MJ's number next.
Dude, if you do that, I've had this number since 1996. My cell number, I have not changed since 1996. My number is an old Alltel number. Remember Alltel Cellular? Remember?
yeah.
And then Alltel sold out to Verizon, and then I became a Verizon customer, and I still have the same cell number since 1996. If you give away my cell
interesting.
number on the air,
Interesting.
Froggy, I'm going to bludgeon you.
I'm thinking about doing some 310-8444 merch, just like with the hat that says it or the shirt that says it. Call Fester. That's it. It's going to blow up.
Yeah.
Some texters are upset with us for giving out your number.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, it's not very nice.
yeah, I mean, I get a lot of angry Froggy texts about what.
It's not us, it's Froggy.
But they're actually texting me, telling me how terrible Froggy is. So you're actually perpetrating it, people.
See? It's brilliant almost.
Almost.
Unbelievable.
813-6.
Stop.
I won't. Everybody knows your number anyway.
Well, a lot of people know my number, but don't even think about giving out my number.
Maybe one day if you piss me off, I will.
Hey, did you see? I mean, I didn't mention this yesterday. We just didn't have time. I couldn't find a spot for this. But do we have any idea why what was that noise? Is that
Those are his texts.
getting-
coming in.
I got another text is coming in.
You should leave it sound up so we could just.
No. Fester just put the sound bar up a little bit. That's what it was, a little bit of a little noise there. No. Do not put the sound up. I don't want to hear that thing go off. So yesterday, I just didn't get around to do the story, but still, I'm just mystified by this. That Pat.
I'm sorry. I'm shutting it up.
Pasco deputies made an arrest. Did you see the video of that guy in a pickup truck pull in front of a yard and then shoot someone's dog? Did you see
Yeah,
that?
I saw
Oh
that.
my
That
gosh,
was
I can't watch that.
very distressing.
But what the dog was taken to the vet. It looked like the dog had survived. Do we have an update on the dog? See if there's an update on the dog. This is bizarre. This is up in Pasco. It's up in Holiday. And deputies made an arrest after a home surveillance camera captured a driver who pulled next to the yard and then shot a dog. There were a couple of, I think 3 dogs in the yard, and they shot the dog. I'm like, what are you doing? The Pasco County Sheriff's Office said the shooting happened Tuesday morning, earlier this week at 11 a.m. Dogs were running around in the neighborhood, Society Drive and Truman Drive in Holiday.
No holiday.
Yeah, and a security camera, one of those ring cameras, one of those Kelly ring cameras. By the way, that's, man, they made a fortune.
That's why she's retiring.
Yeah,
right?
that's exact. Kelly Ring's retiring because people don't realize this, but Kelly Ring founded the Ring security camera.
Amazing.
Yeah, from Fox 13. So Ring camera footage caught the whole thing. Driver in a white pickup truck pulls up, dogs in the front yard of a home. Then the driver points a gun out the window, fires 2 shots, and one of the shots hit the dog. And then the dog's running away, the dog's yelping. And then on Tuesday night, the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, they said they arrested Darren Solinger, and he was taken to the Lando Lakes Detention Center, and they were charging him with aggravated animal cruelty and discharging a firearm from within a vehicle. According to the sheriff's office, deputies located the dog, and the owner said the dog was taken to a vet to be treated.
So the dogs are alive.
Only one dog was shot. There were 3 dogs in the yard, and this guy pulls up and fires a shot. Is there an update, Rox? Did you find an update on the dog? Because it looked like the dog had survived.
It just said the dog was taken to veterinarian to be treated for its injuries, and the sheriff's office did not provide an update on the dog's condition.
Oh, geez.
They're just running around loose? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it is Pasco.
You're right.
Yeah. I don't think Pasco has leash laws.
I think 50% of the roads in Pasco are not paved.
You see a lot of roaming dogs.
Hold on. Latest census, it's like 42% in Pasco.
I think I saw a horse and buggy last time.
Uppity Hillsborough County is here. So on the story that I'm reading, one of the dogs, Lucy and Ellie, still have a long road to recovery, but they are back home with their owner, Linda Penn.
All right, hold on. So this is an update.
Oh, okay.
So this is...
Let me see the headline. This is from Channel 8?
Is today what's today's date?
All right.
Today's date is the 17th.
Yeah, so this is yesterday. So this is the update. Dog shot in shocking ring video recovering at home. My. Okay. The dog
just scooped me.
The dogs are
okay.
Why couldn't you find the updated story?
Well, I was on Fox 13 on their most updated story, and he's on WFLA, so that's a reflection of those two stations.
Okay. Wow. We're not trying to get a station fight war like this is.
I just dumped that. Roxanne,
Wow, Roxanne got dumped.
Yes. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I've never been authentically dumped.
I'm not sure it's supposed to be happy.
MJ's looseness with the dump button has made it a badge of honor.
No, I just dumped that. I don't need you saying that kind of crap.
I wasn't trying to do.
Well, no, what you said was I don't want to.
Don't repeat it.
I don't want to get in the middle of that.
What did she say? I missed it.
All right.
So anyway,
so according to the Channel 8 website, the owner of the 2 dogs wounded in the Tuesday drive-by shooting said the veterinarian who treated them told them that they're lucky to be alive. All right, so it is 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Originally, we thought it was only 1 dog. So 2 dogs, Lucy and Ellie, have a long recovery ahead, but they're back home with their owner, Linda Penn. She said they got a ways to go.
They do have a ways to go.
They're not out of the woods. Penn said Lucy has staples in her head. Ellie's still pretty bad. He shot her in the neck. The bullet went up through her jaw, hit a tooth.
Jeez.
And that's the only thing that stopped it from going straight into her brain. Oh, my God. So,
It's a strong tooth.
59-year-old Darren Solinger was arrested, charged with felony animal cruelty. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Why would he shoot these dogs?
It's a nut.
This guy's going to jail.
I mean, the dogs were barking at him in his vehicle. I see the dogs following his vehicle, but they weren't attacking his vehicle.
Didn't seem like they were menacing him.
He is in a vehicle. Even if a dog came up and physically touched your car, you're inside the car.
Close the window or, they ought to throw the book at this guy. So hopefully you fire shots at a dog or 2 dogs. I mean,
menace.
It is. This guy is a menace, and this guy needs to go to a Florida prison. I think this is a 5-year deal. This is about a 5-year stretch for this guy. I've got 0 tolerance for animal cruelty. Cruelty to dogs? Yeah, there's got to be a little more to the story here, unless the guy's just a complete psychopath.
I'm going to go with psycho.
I mean, for now, until we have more information, we'll just go with psycho.
Unbelievable. Anyway, thanks for the update, Fester. I appreciate it. Roxanne, not so much for you. Not so much for you.
Look at Fester with his smug face.
Some days a diamond, some days a stone, kid. It's all right.
Some days coal.
You got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let's talk carpet cleaning. And there is a carpet cleaner in town that's... I'll get to that in a second. First, though, I teased vaping and teenagers and vaping. And if you're a parent or if you're a teenager, I don't know what the deal is, but lots of kids are vaping. I just don't get it. I would imagine that kids are probably sneaking the vaping like kids would sneak smoking a cigarette, but it seems that the vaping is a little more prevalent these days than actually smoking. But this is a cautionary tale that here's a teenager who was on life support because she has severe damage to her lungs from constantly vaping.
I feel like when vaping first came on the scene, like parents didn't know what the vaping devices looked like, so they didn't know what to look for. They'd see like these little cartridges and had no idea what they were. But now people pretty much the parents should know what they look like if your kids
I'm
have
just
them.
amazed when you see someone vape. The amount of smoke, like,
Oh, man.
seriously, when somebody takes a big vape inhale and then exhales, it's that dense white smoke. It looks like some kind of a chemical fire.
All right,
You
so
know, the smoke exhalation is just far greater than regular cigarette smoke.
there's different kinds of vaping apparatus.
And since when are you a vaping expert
Remember
over here?
a couple of weeks ago, I showed you guys the vaping competitions where they made the smoke into arrows and shot it through hearts.
But there are ones that have those big, thick plumes of white smoke, and then there's other ones like
Chemtrails, yeah.
They do look like chemtrails.
There's no. Will you stop it? You're just feeding the conspiracy nuts. There's no such thing as chemtrails.
I don't know.
You mean contrails?
Pretty sure they exist. This is Ellie Jones.
Roxanne, don't feed the.
I was describing what Fester just said that the vaping looked like, and what you just said. If chemtrails were true, that's what it looks like.
Yes.
They're contrails.
No. I think it's chem.
They look like contrails, not chem.
No, it's chemtrails.
No, it's not. The people that believe in. Oh, jeez, guys. All right, the people that believe in.
Fester's getting pissed again.
a little frustrated. but-
Why are you getting frustrated?
No, Roxanne's taking this down an
I'm
avenue
taking it down.
of right-wing conspiracy when it
Here we
looks
go.
nothing like a con.
Hold on, no. Hold on. First of all, the whole chemtrail crap has nothing to do with right wing or left wing. You got wackos on both wings that believe in chemtrails.
Now we're down this avenue.
Well, no,
We're talking about vaping.
I know. And then Roxanne,
But they do look like chemtrails.
I just Googled a chemtrail.
Froggy, there's no such thing as chemtrails.
The things in the sky, aren't they? That the planes.
Those are contrails.
So what's a chemtrail?
There's no chemtrail.
What does this have to do with vaping?
It's a conspiracy. So Roxanne says that when people vape and they exhale, I was commenting how the cloud of dense white smoke, literally, I've seen somebody exhale while vaping and their whole head is lost like in a Scooby-Doo fog.
Right. So what I'm telling you is there's different devices. Some make that big, thick, rich white smoke where if you see a guy do it in his car and his window's cracked open a little bit, you think his car is actually on fire. And then there's like the Juul stick, which looks almost like a stick of gum about that size,
right,
that puts out a much less dense smoke.
All I know is I've seen some dense white smoke. Anyway, let me go back to the chemtrails for a second, just for a moment. Hey, hang on. There's no such thing as a chemtrail. When you look up, here's what people think. You've got conspiracy wackos. Roxanne opened the door, and I think we owe an explanation to people that don't know what we're talking about.
I wasn't trying to start a debate about this. I was just trying to be descriptive.
Let me just take 30 seconds here. When you look up in the sky and you see the white streaks, the lines up in the sky, not clouds, but the streaks from airplanes, there are some people that think those are chemicals that the government is dropping on us to control our minds, that they're experimenting, they're doing tests on us.
That's not true?
No.
Oh.
So there are people that think that the white lines from airplanes up in the sky are chemtrails, chemical trails.
Yes.
And that pilots are, even like commercial pilots, are all in on the activity, and that while they're flying a Delta flight or a Southwest or American or Spirit.
Let me just drop some acid on America.
They push a button and it releases the chemicals that the government told them to release. Or, of course, military planes or other government planes. People think that those planes are dropping chemicals on us. That is not true.
The great irony of this entire segment is that when somebody exhales a vape, it looks nothing like a contrail. That's my biggest argument. I'm trying to be descriptive. It looks nothing like it. It looks nothing like a straight line.
Folks, the white streaks you see up in the sky are not chemical trails. They are contrails. A contrail means condensation trail, meaning you have hot jet engines with exhaust at 35,000 feet where it's minus 50 degrees. So the hot exhaust hits the cold atmosphere and it creates water vapor. And the water vapor crystallizes and freezes, and that's what gives you the white streak. It's water vapor.
That doesn't sound. The first one sounds more plausible.
No, it does not. Froggy, I'm going to come over there and belt
Water
you.
vapor?
All right, so,
No way.
Roxanne, look what you did by saying chemtrails.
Excuse me, you put that in my head about 5 seconds before because you said the smoke that people blows out from the vapes looks like chemical stuff.
Yes.
I didn't say chemtrails.
But you said chemical.
And I'm telling you, if you ever got into an argument with people that really think that the government is poisoning us with chemicals from airplanes with those streaks, man, that is a conversation that you just want to stab yourself in the eardrums. Telling you right now. All right, so where were? Oh, the vaping.
Is that what we're still talking
Yes.
about? Okay, well,
So-
what about it?
Let me get back. All right, Fester, you know what?
I'm trying to help move the show along
You're
here.
such a prick.
What? I'm not off base.
No, you are.
Okay, good. Chemtrail. So we've covered chemtrails.
So, or the not chemtrails.
Oh, gosh.
So back
Back to vaping.
All right, back over to the teenager, Juliet Roberts, not Julia Roberts.
Juliet.
This is Juliet Roberts. This young woman, she starts vaping. This teenager starts vaping like a fiend, apparently at 14 years old. So now she's 18, and she ended up like in the ICU. She was on life support because she was vaping so much. She caused so much lung damage. She had to be on life support for 5 days. She had to be on oxygen. She's now at least out of the hospital. She's recovering at home. She's from Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, and she says that she woke up feeling like she had a cold. She didn't feel very well, and then 3 days later, she was sitting in her room, went to stand up, fell backward because she couldn't breathe. She thought she was about to pass out. Called her boyfriend and said, I need to go to the emergency room because something was really, really wrong with me. So they do all these tests on her, and then her condition starts worsening while she's in the hospital. And then she says, I don't remember much after that. She fell unconscious. Next thing you know, they've got all kinds of tubes jammed up all over her orifices.
She must have been buying her vapes at the gas station or something.
Well, that's the other thing.
Well, in the middle of Tennessee, yes.
Guys, that's the other thing with these vapes. I've read numerous articles that with some of these vape devices, people are buying these cartridges that are made in China, or if you're going to some convenience store, some off-brand place, who knows?
It's almost healthier with some of these vapes just to smoke a cigarette.
I think it's healthier to stick your mouth on the exhaust pipe of Fester's 2004 Lincoln Town Car.
I mean, a lot of people rely on those vapes to quit smoking, and in the meantime, it's doing more damage probably than cigarettes and tobacco.
I know several people that vape, and they're like, it's not tobacco. It's just mist.
And then they blow it all over you.
Now, numerous governmental agencies, I know that I've read that they say that vaping is less harmful in most cases than cigarettes. They can help you quit smoking for good, but vaping is not risk-free. And again, the people that would go buy some generic vape cartridge, I would imagine if you stick to like the Juul, right?
I don't think any of them are particularly good for
Right.
you.
I would
Go to a good dispensary and get a CBD one or something.
Listen, I wouldn't recommend vaping at all. In fact, I strongly advise against vaping. Stop sucking stuff into your lungs, all right?
What if it's marijuana?
I don't recommend that either.
That's actually not bad for you, though.
It is bad for you.
But it's not as bad as that vapor.
So
They give that stuff to cancer patients.
The point is that people will go buy these vape cartridges and they're sucking in this vaporized liquid that who knows what the hell's in it, made in some filthy factory probably in China. What kind of lead and heavy metals and all kinds of garbage are you sucking into your lungs?
Not to mention your mouth is on that metal pipe thing all day. Whatever that thing is, they're holding a huge. It's like the size of your phone.
Yeah, so even on her TikTok, she posted a picture of herself that says, "When flavored air puts you in the hospital for 2 weeks and on life support for 4 days." It's not flavored air. It's a bunch of chemicals in that flavored air.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the problem here. She thinks, oh, it's just air that's flavored that I'm sucking in. No, you're sucking in probably a whole list of chemicals that should not be in your body.
You know what pushes these teens' buttons, obviously, is vanity, because they're all about Instagram and looking hot on IG. So tell them that the vaping is going to cause them to have those wrinkles in their lips 10 years from now, and maybe that will be a deterrent.
You know, that's
or it'll
true.
stop your lungs.
That too. But no, you look at like heavy smokers and they have that butthole mouth look.
I'm dumping that.
I'm sorry.
If Roxanne would have said it, it would have gotten dumped.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Sorry,
Listen,
but that's exactly what it looks like.
That's the only.
That's like
Are you being descriptive?
Hey, Froggy, did I shock you, Froggy?
you know when you break off a popsicle and look at it, that's what their lips look like that broken.
Oh, that it's almost like a spider web. It's got. I know what you're talking
They're
about.
like-
No, but seriously, if you see somebody that's their 40s or 50s and they've been smoking like all their lives, or all their life,
All their
life. Just didn't sound right. But you look at their mouth and it's it seems to be more prevalent in women than men. But they get the butthole mouth.
Everything kind of just.
I'm
You said
sorry.
it once.
Can you please
That
be
was
more
enough.
But there's
clinical and say anus?
There's no other way to describe it. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, everything just kind of collects together, and
Yeah, they have like those
Yeah.
lines. Everything's pointing
we
to their
all
lips.
know, Froggy. Yes, we all know.
Let's describe it more.
So anyway,
Yes.
you ever see your cat? No, never mind. All right, I'm done. Listen, but this girl here, her consistency is great because all of her Instagram photos before she wore an oxygen tube were with duck face. And then afterwards, she had to pull out her stud that was hanging through that. What's that part of your nose called? That little
Septum?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is this part right here?
No, you're talking about the.
God,
Oh, that's your
What is that?
rectum.
no, it's on your nose, the other nose.
Septum.
The part that separates your two
I have
nostrils.
no idea.
Yeah.
So she has that pierced in a lot of her.
That's called the tunnel divider.
Okay, so the tunnel
Call it
divider.
septum.
So the nose midway is pierced with one of those little metal studs.
Yeah.
She had to pull that out and replace it with an oxygen tube, and she's still keeping the duck face look alive. Good for her.
Well, what about her parents? I mean, she started vaping at 14.
Yeah. Where's the parental supervision?
This
Yeah.
is Tennessee. They were trying to marry her
So
off.
listen, the bottom line
This
is
will make you look hot.
teenagers, stop vaping. If you're a parent, get a handle on your kids. Tell them to stop vaping. Show them the image of this 18-year-old girl with tubes all jammed up her face because she ended up in the ICU because of a vaping problem.
Doesn't matter.
Last time I was at the airport, I was waiting for my plane. Like, you know how they have the little thing, the little square thing that you wait in, but right before you get in the plane? What is it called? Terminal thing?
You mean the jetway?
Yeah, jetway. And
Yeah.
the person in front of me was just blowing out smoke bombs, and it was so
Wait a
bad
sec.
that
They're not allowed to.
they were
No,
doing
they're
it
not.
right
Dude,
there.
They're not allowed to vape in the
That's the point.
jetway.
And the guy got in trouble because nobody could see, like, he smoked out the whole thing. Like, we're all just like, where are we going? And they took the thing away from
It
him.
was
They-
like you're at a basketball game running out on the court.
yeah. I'm like,
Guys-
introducing.
Guys vaping on the jetway as you're about to get onto the plane?
Dude, just blast. He looked like a choo-choo train.
Now boarding Southwest, sitting in seat 14B.
Michael Kuzmano!
Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Y'all ready for this?
I don't know what it is about Pasco County this morning, but we have the story out of Pasco where the maniac shot the two dogs.
Yes.
Dogs hopefully are going to survive, and they're on the road to recovery. They're back home. I don't know what it is with Pasco this week. Did you see that a Pasco mom has been arrested for giving her child meth?
What is going on?
I don't know.
All right. So when you say Pasco mom, you talk like a mom to like a 6-year-old or a mom to like a 26-year-old?
14-year-old boy.
All right, that's in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Any way you slice that, that would be
not good.
unacceptable.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, ho, ho. All right, folks. I realize that it's Thursday, but what the heck?
6 o'clock already, I was just in the middle of a dream.
Yeah, a little meth activity here.
I thought I heard MJ talk about crystal methamphetamine.
Yeah, you did up in Pasco County with a stupid mom.
Just another meth lab Monday.
All right, it's a Thursday. All right.
The crooks are on the run day. The cops are gonna come day. It's gonna be a fun day. It's just another meth lab
Thursday. All right, so Channel 8 had this story. A Pasco County mom has been arrested after she allegedly gave a 14-year-old boy methamphetamine. So, according to the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, Cheryl Ann Asic, A-S-I-Q, 38, gave the teen meth on 3 separate occasions. Deputy said that the woman, who's a mother, would hold the foil containing the meth, heated it, and then let the boy inhale the vapors with a straw.
What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. What the heck? What is going on here?
Well, you know, the family that meths together stays together.
Saturday afternoon, this last Saturday, another family member called 911 saying that she spoke to the teen over the phone and realized that he was hallucinating. He was high off his butt on the meth. Yeah, the family member also spoke to the mom of the year here up in Pasco and just said that she gave the child a Xanax pill. Oh, it's okay. Just give him a Barazani.
All right, you were kidding when you said Mom of the Year, right?
Yeah.
She didn't actually win that award or anything, did she?
No, she's mom of the century.
What do you think, Chris? What do you think?
I mean, she did hold the foil.
So 911 arrives. First responders, they go to the family's home. They took the 14-year-old boy, they took him to Trinity Hospital for treatment. And then one of the first responders told the police that ASIC said, "Am I going to jail?" You're going to jail.
Probably, ma'am, yes.
Oh my God. Deputy said that ASIC called the victim while he was being treated and told him to lie about where he got the drugs. So the victim's getting treated and the victim's cell phone goes off. And then she's overheard apparently saying, "Hey, don't tell him you got the meth from me." What is going on here? Authorities heard her admit that the meth was hers and that apparently she provided the meth. Yeah, she initially said that the teenager got the drugs while she was in the shower. So what? She was in the shower and the teen got into what? Her little meth stash?
Yeah, that's her fake story.
You guys want to go steal mom's meth?
No, it was nothing like that. That's us to cover.
Anyway, she was arrested on 3 counts of aggravated child abuse and 3 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Just suck on this straw right here. Take all your worries away.
What is wrong with you that you're assisting a 14-year-old boy? Listen, if your life is a pit of hell and you're all scabbed up and you're just a nasty-looking face as a meth hag, don't bring that to a 14-year-old boy.
Listen, she thought it would help him relax. Just relax a little bit. Suck this straw.
Oh, my God. All right. I just, every day.
We've had some heinous people today.
Every day I'm just blown away of the dreck that we have in society. It's really unbelievable. It is unbelievable. All right. You got the MJ Morning Show. So when we get back, we got the long chunk of MJ. And, well, Fester, you're like Automotive City today.
It wasn't planned that way.
So Fester's car apparently is unsafe to be on the road.
It's not unsafe.
But it's not safe.
Safe.
Yeah, that's what the mechanic said. It's not that your car is unsafe. It's just not safe. What the hell does that mean?
I know what that means.
But-
I know exactly what that means.
But then Allison, Fester's wife, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the video game, folks. All right, hold on. That's next on the MJ Morning Show. Don't miss this here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, speaking of automobiles. the poster off the wall in the hallway in this hotel in North Korea, and it was captured on video. The whole group gets to the airport, and here comes like Kim Jong-un's secret police, and they yank him. They arrest him before he can get on the airplane to get back to China.
See, that would freak me out.
Yeah, that was Otto Warmbier, and then he was being detained and held by the North Koreans, and then they finally sent him back, and he was like a vegetable.
The Egyptians are going to detain you and send you back as a vegetable.
No, they're not.
You're going to be a Todd carrot.
So I'm going to Egypt in a month. I'm going to Egypt in March with a group of scuba divers, and you know how I love scuba diving. I'm a scuba diving fanatic.
You're a big fan of Egyptian food? What pitas? What do they eat over there?
Hummus and pita bread.
Yeah, that's about it.
I don't know.
But listen, I'm going to be on a luxury boat with, I think, 14 or 15 other divers, and I'm going to be scuba diving the Red Sea. And the Red Sea has always been on one of my scuba bucket lists. So I get to cross off the Red Sea, which has among the best scuba diving in the world. And I'm thrilled. The opportunity just fell into my lap actually last Thursday, just last week. So a week ago, this opportunity came right to my front door. And I said, okay, yeah, I'm going. And then I guess management heard me talk about this for the first time on the show yesterday. And they're like, what? You going to Egypt? Is that safe?
You're kind of a valuable asset. Yeah.
Are you going to, he's not that valuable.
Not yet.
Are you going to bring your wife with you?
No, Michelle doesn't scuba dive.
Egyptian
Wait.
ladies.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about. Is that what you call scuba diving?
Oh, she's going to dress like Cleopatra on the trip.
Oh,
Oh, God, don't play that.
Ladies love to style. Rockin' for a mile.
I hate this so much.
Crocodile.
What is
Gave
this?
his life for
Steve
tourism.
Martin.
hey,
Who is this? What are you talking about?
What is it? I don't know
hold
what
on.
that is.
Coop, you pulled the worst possible part of the King Tut song.
Yeah, where's
Okay,
the
I
hook?
wasn't even alive when this skit came out, okay?
King Tut.
I've never seen this in my life.
That's awful.
You can't play any version of this song that's good.
Anyway, I'm going on an adventure, and the management here at Beasley Media and Q105, they're concerned about my safety, and they're concerned whether I'll return. Well, I guess
They're
we'll
in a
find.
tizzy
I
about
guess
this.
you guys will find
Yeah.
out.
Is Michelle worried?
No,
But she is-
probably hopes you get beheaded.
I got a $3 million life insurance policy.
Oh,
She is
God.
going on the trip.
Way to set up the Dateline special.
What'd you say?
She is going on the trip with you,
No.
right?
Oh, she's staying.
just-
What?
Hold
Going
on.
alone.
What? I thought that was a joke.
No, why would Michelle? She doesn't scuba dive.
Because she can hang out on the yacht.
My wife doesn't scuba dive. No, I'm going by myself.
This is getting weirder.
I'm diving with myself. With a group of 14 others. Why is it getting weirder?
Because when you go to Egypt, you want to bring your spouse with
but
you.
I'm not going to the pyramids. Oh, by the way, the bulk of the group, after diving, they're going to go up to the pyramids.
Of course.
They're adding like 4 days, but I've got to get back.
Yes.
So I'm not doing the pyramid add-on. So I'm just doing the scuba diving in the Red Sea. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to take the camel ride. I can do that at the Lowry Park Zoo. Do they still do that?
Well, you could scuba dive pretty close to the Lowry Park Zoo as well. I mean, you don't have to go to
Yeah,
Egypt.
Sulphur Springs right there.
We have fish right here.
All right. So sorry to freak out management. I am going to Egypt next month to
Have fun.
to go scuba dive in the Red Sea. All right. Are we going to be able to call your wife in a few minutes? Is she going to be available to take the
Yeah.
phone call?
She should be.
All
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll tell you about Fester and Allison, who's Fester's wife, and this whole Grand Theft Auto type situation.
I was shocked that she put herself in this pickle.
We'll explain. First, though, the screaming mothers. Now, Fester, was this another one of your Reddit subgroup finds? Where did you find? This is what? Some kind of an internet group?
It's not a news story. It was like I clicked it and it just started playing this video of this interview, and I tried to fill in as to what it is. And it's Screaming mothers?
All right.
What?
There are mothers that have a group and they get together and scream and they claim that this is their, release of energy? This is therapeutic?
Over the course of the pandemic, there's been they've been bottled home. They have their kids, 3, 4, 5 kids maybe. They have to keep them entertained. There's nothing to do. They all want to do different things, and it's just a lot of pressure.
All right, let me hear this.
3, 2, 1.
Why don't they just scream at their husbands?
That's so annoying.
What is that? So, Fester, can you bring up the video again?
It'll take me a second. Hold on.
So, who are these women, and is this on a website? Is this on Instagram? Is this some social media? What is this?
It's a group that has assembled to just make themselves feel better by releasing screams.
So, a bunch of moms that feel like they're all just a lot of anxiety? Is that it? That the daily travels of being a mom has whipped them into such a frenzy that they have to get together and have screaming sessions? Is that it?
They're called scream events.
Ah, here it is. Okay, so this is a Facebook deal. All
You should just have some wine.
So Fester found this on exactly.
Well, I found it on Facebook, but it was originally put out by CBS News. Screaming moms. Moms are finding new ways to release pent-up stress, including meeting up one-on-one with each other in a park and screaming.
Or you just get all pilled up like all the moms in South Tampa do.
They get wind up, then pilled up.
Yeah, wine first.
All right, so this is a Facebook video, Fester?
This is a video. I think CBS News made this video.
All right, so I just stop. Just stop. I got control here. So they're called mom scream events, and the headline is "Mom Scream Events Grow in Popularity." And it's mothers that are dealing with the pressure of being a mom and having kids that these moms have to get together and just scream at the top of their lungs to let their frustrations out.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't think this reflects poorly on me. I mean, it does reflect poorly on me and Doug. But I'm going to go ahead and tell the story.
Okay, does it or does it not reflect poorly on you?
Does reflect poorly.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, boy.
what you're about to hear apparently reflects very poorly on Roxanne and her fiance, Dig Dug.
We were in the car last night and we had to go pick up my car. It was a tough day yesterday. I'm not going to get into that, but we're in the car and Daviana is having a fit. They're out of their routine. And so she's like somehow managed to, her seatbelt was not fastened properly, clearly, because she's like hanging out of her car seat on the floor. So, and she's screaming. And so I'm like, pull the car over, pull the car over, pull the car over. Our daughter's choking. So
Our
then,
daughter's choking.
She's
so she's
strangling
like choking,
herself.
strangling herself on the seatbelt.
Okay.
And
You-
so
this-
she wasn't really choking, but I was.
Okay, so far this reflects really badly on you. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah, first of
choking
all,
kid in the car.
what kind of parents
Serious?
don't make sure that their kid is properly strapped into their
it's
car
Daviana.
seat?
She's a maniac.
Then you
She's
strangle
like
them.
a Houdini. She can get out of anything. So we're barely out of the neighborhood at this point. And so I'm like, pull it over, pull it over. So he starts to slow down and I open the door when the car's still moving. And it throws the car into, like it stops. It has one of those cars, where if you open the door and it's not in park, that the brakes slam on.
Wait a minute. If the door opens up, your car
Yes.
jams on the
It
brakes?
throws it into park.
I would
It's weird.
Never want that feature.
It's terrible.
Is this whose car is
It's
this?
Doug's car. It's
So-
the worst
so
feature.
I've never. What does Doug drive?
A Mercedes.
Which one?
I don't know.
Is it a car? Is it a car or an SUV?
It's a car.
All right, so
I have
Okay,
no
it's not
idea. I
that
don't
bad
pay
of a
attention to
feature.
cars.
all right, I can understand that.
If my kid opened the door, I don't want my car to stop.
All right, now
I mean, let's think about it for a second.
Are you kidding me?
The more,
On the middle of the highway, I don't know.
The more that I think about this, maybe it is a good idea. But wait a minute. Why don't they just make sure you can't open the door 35 or 45 or 55 miles an hour?
What if you're kidnapped?
you,
your captor stops with you. Hey, get back.
you throw yourself out and do a little tuck and roll on I-75? Is it?
You wouldn't have to. The car would stop. You just walk out.
Is that it?
It's the dumbest feature ever.
All right, so
All right, back to the strangling kid.
so your daughter opens up the car door?
No, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I did.
You open the car door.
He's barely slowed down, and I'm like, open it because I can't take it. Her screaming, and so he starts screaming at me. I've told you a million
Oh my
times not to do that. And then like
Wait, so-
I go back and fix
wait,
Daviana.
How many times have you opened the door while driving and the car jams on the brakes?
I mean, even if it
As
wasn't.
soon as he pulled in the driver's
So you've done this multiple times?
I have.
What is wrong with you?
I mean, literally, it wasn't a million times, but for him to even say that, it had to have been at least 5 or 10.
Why don't you
It's
wait for the
fine.
car to stop before you open the door? You maniac.
So you
Okay,
couldn't wait to open the door, so
Right.
you did so while the car was still moving?
Yes.
And then the car locks him up.
Yes. And so I go and I fix Daviana.
Oh, there's Roxanne. Just open up the door again.
Did Daviana's head smash into the back of the chair or the
All right,
seat?
so what happened?
Oh no. Thankfully. So I fixed her and I get back in the car and I'm mad because Doug's yelled at me for this. And so I start screaming at him and I'm screaming like at the top of my lungs.
Oh,
He's
God.
screaming at the top of his lungs. And we're like, God, why are our kids so loud? Because that's how we talk. But anyways, I'm telling this story because why do these women need to go scream at each other? Why don't you just
Scream at your
when you
kids.
feel like it?
Scream at your husband.
I mean, look how functional it is in your home. You preface the whole thing with, this isn't going to reflect good on me and Doug. That's
But we
why
got
they do
over
this.
You
Yeah.
guys scream at each other?
We got over it.
That's
You know,
awesome.
but 10 minutes later, it's fine.
Let me hear a little bit of this. This is from CBS News. Was this like on the CBS morning show the other day?
Actually, Nora O'Donnell did breaking news and she screamed it.
Let me hear this. Oh, wait a second. This is not.
They do an interview. They set it up.
All right, hold on. So there's an interview?
So when
Okay,
My
how,
house felt narrow. I felt
Here we
like the walls were caving in on me, and I just felt like there was no place to go.
And you had a 6-month-old on your hip.
I had a 6-month-old on my hip. I had a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old who was in kindergarten. So nobody was in school, and keeping them entertained throughout the day and while changing diapers and nursing was insane.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
nobody goes through that.
It's called being a mom.
Hill's insane.
Yeah, it is.
Being a parent.
Stop the car mid-driving.
My
Lock
God.
up.
So then these parents get together?
Really guilty, and I don't know the right thing to do a lot of the time. I just work and my daughter. I have no time for me.
What are they?
I have no time for me.
how selfish are these
What
people?
is, so these women who are dealing with the normal daily issues of raising a child,
I have no
that
time.
they're so frustrated. They're so what? Their anger or they have such a pent up.
It's a frustration.
Yeah,
that's-
right.
Don't walk around with it.
These women have to go to a park. They have a meeting, a get together, and then they just
Yeah, that's
scream.
weird.
I just want some time to myself.
Oh, wow, that's a beautiful scream, Froggy.
So taking care of your kids, being a mother, you're so frustrated and you're at your wit's end that you have to meet at a park with other women so you can scream at the top of your lungs?
Okay, so in this video, there's like 8 women
What the-
assembled in this frozen park.
All right. I will say, the first time you ended the show, MJ,
Yeah.
I just had a kid, so I was home with a kid, raising a kid
Right.
every day,
Right.
and I did punch a few pillows, but I didn't want to scream. It's stressful, but come on.
All right, so this
Give me a
is
break.
from CBS News' Twitter feed. Screaming moms are finding new ways to release pent-up stress, including meeting up with one another at a park just to scream. Dude, they need to be medicated or something, man. They need to be hit up with some Thorazine or something.
So other people are commenting that it's a healthy and safe way to release some frustration.
Dude,
Dude,
it's
get
like
nodes.
it's like they have mental problems.
No, it's
They're going to damage their vocal cords.
If I walked past a field of moms screaming, I'd be like, "What cult is this?"
You wouldn't be like, that's hot.
2, 1.
I'd be like, "Is it something? Is it me?
All right,
Is
so
it my face?"
at what point does this progress to locking your kids like in a trap door in the living room or something?
I mean,
You
it's
know,
only a downward spiral,
I mean,
right?
at what point did they start locking their kids in the attic?
Get down on the well. I need some me time.
So my favorite part of this whole thing, MJ, is there more of them screaming, or is that it?
I think that's it. At what point does this progress to like Child Protective Services making a call at your home?
This is pretty weird.
Yeah, this is weird as
Strange.
hell.
Stop
All
it.
right.
I mean, one of them had like 4 kids. It's not our fault.
All right,
Go to a spa or something.
Speaking of screaming, I got an email from I don't know. Does it have the name in here? Oh, it just listen to this email. It says, "Hey MJ, my sister and I were dying of laughter this morning at the crazy lady screaming." All right. We had another screaming story yesterday.
There's been a lot of screaming lately.
There has been.
It's
And
a full moon.
that's this. Oh, I'm sorry, not that. Those are the mothers.
Those
Hold
are
on.
the mothers from their
Yeah,
support
all right,
group.
All right, those are the screaming mothers, all right? All right, the screaming that we had yesterday was the woman again from South Florida that was asked to put on her mask last year at an Einstein Bagels, and she refused. So the Einstein Bagel people, they called 911. And the cops come in. They're trying to, like, say, ma'am, they want you to leave the place. And she started screaming.
Wait, no, that was the goat one,
No.
wasn't it?
No. Well, that's the point. So this is the screaming woman inside the Einstein Bagels in like Boynton Beach. And when the cops tried to grab her to take her out because she was resisting, then she starts screaming. So I get this email. Hey, my sister and I dying laughing this morning. Crazy lady screaming. I'm already had dropped off my 14-year-old, so he missed it. I tried to find it in the podcast of the show on YouTube. Couldn't find that particular segment. So either I'm an idiot or was it removed? No, it should be on there. Then she says you don't need to mention the comment on idiot. LOL. Love the show. We are 3 crazy people from Sarasota screaming at the beginning of the parade. Oh, they must have been at the night parade screaming
I
at
remember
us.
them.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the 3 people screaming
I do.
at the night parade where there was 100,000 people screaming?
The 3 crazy people from Sarasota. They're like, we're from Sarasota.
They said that, and guess what?
And
They
Roxanne's
were like at the beginning of the event.
That's what it says. And Roxanne's
Yeah.
like, I'll remember you.
Fester, you're such a jerk.
So they write,
I'm the jerk.
they laugh every morning. They love the show. And I wanted to share their email. But yesterday we had the woman in Einstein Bagels that was screaming. And then it was Coop that said, you know what? That sounds like that screaming goat video. And there's it's a sheep, right?
So I did a little search. I didn't know if the screaming goat commercial was a real scream from a goat. And then I just typed in a screaming goat reel, and it says, actually, it's a sheep. I still don't know if it's a real
But
sound.
is that real? It doesn't. Now, this is allegedly the screaming sheep.
I can't imagine that's a real sound.
No, it's
from
a
sheep.
voiced over like TikTok thing, right?
All right, this is the Einstein Bagel lady. This is the goat or sheep. Lady. Sheep.
What's your
Lady.
question?
Sheep. And then the psychotic screaming moms.
Okay, MJ,
Yes.
I have to play this ad on my YouTube to get to it.
Yeah,
but,
what's that?
I apparently found the world's most ultimate compilation video of goats screaming like humans.
Really?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Skip ad.
Skip ad.
Skip ad.
All right, so those are goats?
You have to close your eyes.
It's like they're going, holla!
Let me fast forward a bit.
All right.
Oh, that sounds human.
It's like Goat Boy from SNL.
That's great. We have degenerated into
Yeah, good
watching
stuff, Fester.
watching screaming goat and sheep videos.
Okay, this is my second favorite video behind cats with cucumbers.
All right, let us move on to Fester and Fester's wife, Allison, and what I guess they thought was a Grand Theft Auto case.
I mean, I don't know if I got that far legally, but I got really damn close.
All right, but they called and they said, "Are you bringing back our car?"
They set it up the wrong way. I blame them. Their verbiage was very specific.
All right, here's what happened. We've got a situation with Fester's wife, Allison, where guess this almost turned into a Grand Theft Auto and maybe a call to the cops that one of their cars was stolen.
I mean, I'm grateful they called her first before they called the authorities.
All right, so Fester's wife needs a new car as well.
Okay, no. I just needed some major repairs on mine. She wants a new car.
Right. That's
Okay, hold on
that's
here.
what I said. I said Fester's wife needs a new car as well, correct?
All right. So, yes.
Or your wife wants a new car.
She wants a new car. She's due for a car.
All right, what year is Allison's car?
14 Explorer. So it's time for that to go.
Dude, that's 8 years old.
So what?
It's time for it to go. What about your car?
Oh, no, my car's great.
You're driving a 2004 Lincoln Town car. Your wife's driving a 2014 Ford Explorer.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to put out $2,000 a month in car payments.
All right, so your wife wants a new car.
Yes.
And she has her eyes on what?
So she thinks she would like a Tesla. Why?
I don't know. Why? Yeah, why is the question.
Okay, why? They're pretty awesome.
The Y, is that the SUV?
Yes, the SUV. There's the smaller car is the type is the Model 3.
Model 3.
Then there's the Y.
The Y.
Then there's the X, but that X gets up to like $100,000,
Oh, so
$120,000.
the That's with the wings, right?
Yes.
The
Oh, look at
And-
you,
all right,
Rockefeller.
so-
It's on a website.
All right, so
Okay.
the Tesla Model Y is the cheaper SUV.
right.
Gotcha. All right. So your wife goes to what? The Tesla store to test drive it?
Yeah, there's a dealership on Florida Avenue in Tampa.
Okay.
And we went there.
I haven't been there.
Okay, well, we went there once and we looked at them, and I was like, like telling her, no, we're not getting this. She apparently befriended a sales guy.
Wait, so on her own, she decides
She
that
went by herself.
she went by herself to go drive the Tesla,
Because the salesman's there, and he was super friendly.
to test drive the Tesla.
And he's like, hey, we can set up an appointment to come back for a test drive. And I didn't hear this. The guy calls her and sets up a test drive. He did his job
All right. So she goes
on Tuesday.
to drive
Tuesday.
the Tesla.
Yes, she drove. And I told her if you're gonna, and I knew she was gonna go. She told me she was going.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
said, drive them both. Drive the Model 3, drive the Y. Tell me what you think. And she does.
Okay. She takes the Y out for a spin, but apparently the duration of time that she took the Tesla was a little problematic, and there was a little concern at the dealership. Is that it?
I've never been to a car dealership before
Right.
where they let you take the car by yourself. Maybe because they don't trust me personally, and I think that's a good move on their part.
Yeah, you walk into a car dealership, and they're saying, there's no way we're giving this guy.
They make that sound of all those women screaming. That's what the salesmen do.
There's
You
no
start
way.
walking up.
Are you kidding me? I wear my white New Balances, the sign of good credit.
I see your wife.
Is Allison-
well, here's the deal.
That's a sign.
Apparently, Allison had the car out for hours and hours and didn't tell them.
She's
or-
on line 1.
You can't take it for hours.
That's not true. That's not what they said. Al, is she there? Pick it up.
Drive it down the street a
All
little
right.
bit.
So,
Allison, welcome to the MJ Morning Show, folks. This is Allison Fester's
Hey
wife.
there.
Hey, so Fester said you had the Tesla out for like over 3 hours.
Well, they said take it out, enjoy it. Tell us what you think.
Why don't you drive to Why don't you drive to Gainesville and back? You know,
the key word they said was
take it out, enjoy it.
no. They said take it out, enjoy it, drive it around. Take your
Your
time.
time.
Oh, they said take your time.
Take your time. Have fun. Okay. She
Oh,
drove.
I thought they said take your time. I'm going to go do some stuff. I'm going to really test it out. It sold me on the car. I love the car now. And they told me take your time. I just didn't realize they were trying to get a hold of me.
After 3.5 hours, where's our Tesla? Meanwhile, she's at Publix, she's at Target.
Okay, you make jokes, MJ.
Had to run over to Orlando to pick up something.
Pick up the kids.
She left the store on Florida Avenue, picked up the kids from school in a car that's not ours. Right? The teachers are like, this isn't the car you had yesterday.
Right.
Okay, drove down Bayshore Boulevard
Right.
through South Tampa, through Hyde Park, stopped for lunch, went through the drive-thru at McDonald's to get my kid a cheeseburger. Hudson is eating a cheeseburger in the back of this Tesla that's not ours.
Got all kinds of McDonald's bun crumbs back there now.
Fries jammed
Yeah,
everywhere.
right.
So
Yeah, fries jammed in the seats.
after 3 hours, Allison's phone rings and she picks it up like, hello. It's like a friend's calling.
Hey, what they say? Are you bringing our Tesla back?
Well,
Dude.
they said, "Hey, how's it going?" We were worried that you got stuck in a parking lot because when you get there, it doesn't like shut off. It's kind of weird to turn back on
Right.
and everything. And so they were like, we just didn't want you to be, trapped at a parking lot.
No.
somewhere
They
trying to
thought
start it.
they thought you stole the car.
Yeah, and that's what I told her.
They were easing in, saying, "Hey, we want to make sure you're okay." No, they wanted to make sure that they were going to see you in their car again.
Yes, but the thing is that I did not realize they texted me probably an hour before, but I didn't look at my text while I was driving.
So you're gone a long time. They start texting you. You're not responding.
Tell
They
me.
thought I was gone.
Yeah, they didn't think you were gone because tell me Elon Musk doesn't have a tracker on that car. They know where their test drive cars are.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're like, look at this crazy lady going up and down Bayshore.
They probably have a button they can push to shut the car off.
They probably have a camera in it, Allison.
Right.
They probably had a camera. They were sitting at their desks watching you pick up kids and fast food.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
there is a camera up above the rear view mirror.
Yeah,
that,
there's like
points in
12
towards the
cameras
cab.
on the vehicle. Al. Every angle has a camera.
You know, how long is too long for a test drive?
The lady
That's,
said,
that's the question.
she said the salesperson was wonderful, but
Trying
she
to
said,
kill the battery?
she said, it's like a 350-mile range. We could have driven it for several more hours.
All right, so the salesperson said, "Take your time."
The last thing she said before, have fun, drive it around, tell us what you think. Take your time.
All right,
Click.
So let's say that family vacation started just coincidentally that very same day, and you guys decided to take your time and drive the Tesla to Moab in Utah or something. You know,
I would need to find some charging stations along the way.
But
yeah.
seriously, if they say take your time, what are the parameters that you're allowed to take the car? You said take your time. That is like beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Those aren't my words, are your words. Take your time.
I'm going to Pahrump, Nevada.
Right. So
Let's go.
If you take the car for like 3 weeks, that would be taking your time. So what are the written rules of what are the parameters of take your time?
I mean, they didn't I don't think they made a copy of her license or anything. Just kind of looked at the license to make sure it was valid.
Meanwhile, they're staring at your 2014 Heap in the parking lot.
No kidding.
It's just abandoned there.
They offered to burn it for us. Like, we'll burn this for you.
Are you guys going to get it?
I don't know. I'm on the, you know me.
Well, you have to order it, and I'm trying to convince them, and it only costs $200 to put the order in. You don't have to pay for it right away.
Then you got to pay for the other $70,000.
Well, how much is the Model Y?
70,000.
How much is it?
I think it's 60.
It's right before 70.
Yeah, it's like 60 something plus tax.
Holy cow! Really?
Yeah.
You get a really nice boat for that.
I'm like, I want a
Dude,
boat.
you were moaning about like a $329 a month lease payment, and now she's going to get a $70,000 Tesla.
Yeah,
Listen,
I don't want to hear you complain,
Listen,
buddy.
hold on. I am keeping it true on the 2004 Lincoln Town Car,
That's crazy.
which I don't carry a note on, by the way. people.
But Allison, did you see the estimate to fix Fester's car?
Yes, I did, and I think we need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
He could have my Explorer.
There you go.
Yeah.
My,
How many miles does the Explorer have on it?
100,000.
100,000 miles.
It doesn't smell cigar-y enough.
yeah, but listen, the primary function of my Lincoln is to be an ashtray for my cigars.
All right, now Fester comes in this morning. For those that didn't hear the show early this morning, Fester rolls in this morning with an estimate from a repair shop. Fester went just to get an alignment. Fester thinks he's getting like a $99 alignment, goes to the automotive place, and they say to Fester, we can't do an alignment. There's just too much wrong with the car. So Fester has, and he gave it to me, it's right here, an estimate to fix Fester's car, $3,278.60. And it needs replace all ball joints, upper arm, lower joint, replace both struts, replace both rear shocks, alignment, intake manifold replace, intake manifold coolant and this, and replace sway bar links, waste disposal fee. Anyway, the total cost to fix Fester's car so it can get an alignment, because Fester complained, it says customer complaint, alignment, steering wheel is not straight and pulls to the left.
What's wrong with the car?
And then,
it pulls to the
and
left.
then also, Fester said it was riding rough. Not sure if it's because of the alignment. Well, it's because of the other dozen things that are wrong. And then there are notes on here. Fester made notes as the mechanic is going over the estimate of $3,200 to fix Fester's 2004 Lincoln Town Car. Fester's got notes on here.
Originally, the guy at the body shop or the auto shop said, listen, I'll leave the car here. And I was like, no, I really need it. I need to take the car.
So Fester's notes, 55 is circled. Why is that?
Because he advised me not to drive above 55 miles an hour.
Don't drive 55.
So I leave my house at the regular time,
Then
except...
Then it says, keep it off all highways.
He goes, I would keep it off all highways and interstates.
And this is the car you drove to work today.
All I drive is interstate. I drive I-4, I drive 75, 275.
Exactly. That's all you drive is interstates, and he tells you to keep the car off of the interstate.
I don't even know how to get to the radio station
below,
using back roads.
Below 55.
Below 55,
and what
off
is this?
highways.
Explain this, safe, unsafe.
Okay.
So on the sheet, it says safe/unsafe.
I said to him, I was like, I could drive it, right? I can't break it anymore, can I? He's like, well, no. He goes, your car isn't unsafe. It's not exactly safe either. And I was like,
no, you got to drive 35.
I can only drive 55 and less. That's why I was late to work today. I leave the house at the normal time, but I'm going 2/3 the speed I normally do.
Dude,
put me a couple minutes late.
We're going to crush this car next week.
We are not.
Let's drive it through that old QIK thing back there, that old big bus.
No way.
Let's flip it over that.
Fester, you got to get a new car. The guy's telling you it's unsafe for the road.
No, he said it's not unsafe. It's just not safe.
MJ,
what the hell does that mean?
MJ, let's do that old radio thing where they put a car in the front and they give the listeners a sledgehammer and just let them
beat the crap.
Terrible idea.
All right,
we got
Fester,
sledgehammers.
No.
What is the value of your car? How much is your car worth? A 2004 Lincoln Town Car.
Less than that bill.
I mean, okay, so yeah, I was thinking like
How much?
$2,500 or $3,000.
Yes.
Right,
And the bill is $32.
The repair bill is $3,200, $3,278.60 to be exact.
Yes.
And then the guy said to you, right, that I might find more stuff once we have it taken apart.
And that's what he said. That's what I pointed out. Because once we start taking this off and that off, there's
That's
probably
setting up more a couple grand.
yeah. So he's like there may be several $1,000s in repairs that we can't itemize right now.
All right, so Fester's got a jalopy that shouldn't be on the road. Allison's taking cars away for hours. The Tesla dealership thinks that she's stolen it.
They do have an app, by the way. Someone just texted and said they do have an app, so they probably knew where you were, Allison.
Yeah, they knew where she was the whole time. They're watching her on the computer. Beep, beep. Why is she in the school pickup line?
This
beep,
says
beep.
she's in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, right.
So you were asking how long is too long. We have a former used car salesman.
Okay.
I love this.
Yeah, so he knows.
How long is too long for a test drive?
His name's Chris.
All right. Hey, Chris, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing fine. Go ahead.
So, about 15, 16 years ago, I had my own used car dealership. So I had my used car license, and this was out in the state of Utah. And so there were specific laws, and it was actually 72 hours before you could report a car on a test drive stolen.
Wait a minute. Well, hold on. So somebody could go out on a test drive, take the car for 3 days?
Technically, yes. Yes.
Take your time.
You would actually have to sign. Now, and it's not even that unusual. I mean, back then, GM, they even had advertisements. They do their 24-hour test drive.
Yeah, remember that? You
so
can
that
take
was
it home overnight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when they used the Meatloaf song. They used that song, Let Me Sleep On It.
Yeah.
I'll give you an answer in the morning. They used that Meatloaf song for the GM overnight test drive or something. Yeah, there you go. Baby, let me sleep on it. That's right. I'll give you an answer in the morning. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
Yep. No, and so it's not that unusual. And back in the day, we used to do it more often than not because our insurance company, they would be the ones that dictated, most of the dealerships, and that was just kind of the standard amount of time. Now, most people only want to take it for, a 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
But technically, they could take it longer. I mean, there was a mileage limitation, though. It would say in there, less than 250 miles.
Yeah, I can easily drive less than 250 miles in 2 days. That's fine. I'll keep a car for a couple days. But that was in
Now
Utah.
I can repair and fester. I'll do that for half.
Yeah.
Bring it to my shop, half.
Okay, listen. Everybody knows my cell number. Just send me a text. I'm shopping I paid the guy for the estimate. I paid him for his hour of shop time for the estimate. So I'm even with him. I'm going to shop it around a little bit.
Oh, man. All right, Chris, thanks for the call. Wow. All right, I got to get Michelle on the phone here. Michelle is sucked in by the craze. You know, Michelle is not one to really get, kind of hauled in with the masses. Michelle's not one to really fall for the fads and the latest and greatest and the biggest and the latest. But Michelle sucked in.
Emily in Paris, the TV series.
No.
I'm
Emily
just guessing.
No.
They want us to guess.
No.
That's just
Okay, and I heard that it's supposed to be Emily in Paris.
Oh,
All
thank
the
you.
Americans are pronouncing it wrong. It's a deal.
Wordle.
Oh,
is that
that's
a
awesome.
real thing?
Yeah, Michelle is like sucked into the Wordle thing, but wait a minute, but it's splintered. Now she's doing another one that's like tougher, and then she's telling me that there's one with only curse words.
Fertile.
And,
Oh, that's awesome.
I got to get Michelle on the phone, but Michelle is like totally sucked in by this whole Wordle thing. Oh, and then there's a controversy. There's this whole massive controversy with one of the Wordle words, and you have a portion of the population, they're crying foul that they were being played, that they try to get jammed on.
On a Wordle word?
On a word. This, folks, I don't know what's going on.
Is it an offensive word?
Hey, let me get Michelle on the phone. Hey, no, it's not.
Okay.
You're not going to believe this Wordle deal. Hold on, I was just calling her. Let's see, let me call the house phone.
All right, so I saw in the news Wordle was bought by the New York Times.
Didn't we talk about that? I thought we mentioned
Okay,
this.
then I heard it here. Okay, that's
yeah,
where I heard it.
Yeah, you heard it on the MJ Morning Show.
Is Wordle an app?
Oh, no.
No, it's a website.
That's a website, apparently.
Hello.
Is this Wordle Central with Michelle?
Not yet, but it will be shortly.
It will be shortly. So, Michelle, how did you get sucked into this Wordle thing? You usually don't follow the crowds.
No, because Chloe and I are doing the Wordle.
So you can play with each
she
other?
Does it, she does it, and then you can share. You don't share the answer, but you share like how many attempts you were able to get the correct answer at it. So we kind of challenge each other.
All right, so the Wordle deal, it's a 5-letter word, and you have, is it 6 opportunities?
Yeah, I think 6 chances.
So you got 6 rows, and then you start out with a 5-letter word. You just pick any 5-letter word, and then it tells you how many letters are correct that are in the word, but it also tells you if you have any letters in the exact correct spot. And then you've got 6 attempts to try to figure out what the Wordle word of the day is, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're sucked into this whole deal. Now, I'll get to the controversy in just a moment. There's this huge controversy over Wordle. Now, some dude started this, and the guy's name is like...
He created it for his wife.
Right, but this guy, didn't this launch like just in the fall? Didn't it start like last October?
Yes.
And he's already sold it to the New York Times for millions of dollars.
What a jerk.
What do you mean, what a jerk?
Genius.
This guy's a genius. It's classic, entrepreneurialism here.
You need to think of a game, Fester.
So this dude, he sells Wordle to the New York Times. And now there's this controversy. What day was this word, Michelle?
What, the one that were 2 answers?
No, not the 2-answer one. The one that the millennials are saying that
was
they're...
yesterday.
Oh, good. So it was yesterday's word?
Well, every day is different?
You can't have the same word every day, Froggy.
But I'm saying the whole day is dedicated to this one word?
Right, you can only do it once a day. That's the, limitation.
Oh, that sounds weird.
What are the clues?
only play it once a day.
Once a day?
I don't understand the concept of it.
The concept
it's a puzzle game.
It's a
Everybody
puzzle.
around the world is playing the same game,
Right.
and you have 24 hours to just play it, and it's
So-
limited.
Oh.
So if you don't play it today, then you lose the streak.
All right, so you're saying that the C word, that was yesterday's word, where millennials are all ticked off?
Oh yeah, you could say it because they can't play it, so it doesn't matter.
And that's why everybody posts their scores online
Yes.
so they can compare.
So the deal is, can you guess the word in just like 2 lines? Or how many lines does it take you to guess the word? And some people just, they flop out because they don't get it even in 6 attempts.
Do they tell you how many letters it is?
Yeah, it's 5 letters.
Like,
It's always
boom,
5
I just
letters.
got today's attempt in 5. I did 5 attempts.
Oh,
and
hold
I got it.
You're doing Wordle while we're doing the show?
Well, I can multitask.
What's the word?
We're not
Oh, no, don't give out.
Don't give it out.
Don't give it. You're going to tick people off. Do not give out
I'm going to
today.
give out the Wordle word every day.
Do not give out today's word. But, so, Michelle, you're telling me that...
How funny is that, MJ? We give out the Wordle word every day at 8 o'clock. Just ruin it. Hey, everybody, today's Wordle word is
7:15.
guacamole.
It's time for the Wordle word of the day.
We're going to ruin the rest of your day. Have fun playing with this game. The word is this.
Guacamole.
Right,
Wait,
so-
that's too bad.
So listen to this. Millennials and the millennial generation is what? Like 35-year-olds, 40-year-olds, right?
Yeah. You know what you are, people.
All right. So millennials were all ticked off with yesterday's Wordle word. Michelle, you sure it was Wednesday?
Yeah.
All right. The word was caulk.
Yeah.
The word was, you know what's going on here? The Wordle word was caulk, C-A-U-L-K, caulk, as in that bead of caulk
Caulking gun,
in your kitchen along the
white
cabinet,
stuff.
Yeah.
the white stuff, or in your bathroom,
Yes.
around your tub, you caulk the wall between the tub and the tile. Caulk. The Wordle word was caulk, C-A-U-L-K. But the problem is that millennials were freaking out because they didn't know the word.
All right. Who is that on?
How did they not? Have they never been to a Home Depot?
Well, that's the point.
They blamed the New York Times. They said the New York Times is making it too hard now for them.
And Michelle, and why were the millennials pissed? They didn't know the word caulk because
They
of
didn't know it.
why?
Because said because they're not homeowners. They don't do things like fixing things up. They haven't had that experience.
They're not homeowners. They don't do home repairs. They don't do simple maintenance. So millennials apparently with Wordle yesterday had no idea of the word caulk. C-A-U-L-K, caulk.
That's
Wow.
funny.
You're going to come across words that don't necessarily. I mean, glad the word wasn't roof. Yeah.
Not
Roof.
enough letters.
Well,
It's only 4 letters.
Be like
I'm sorry,
clean.
I've never played Wordle, so it's every word's a 5-letter word, Michelle?
Yes, it's 5 letters.
Okay.
Folks, it's 5 letters. You put in a word at the top, like orate, O-R-A-T-E, and then it tells you which letters you have correct and if they're in the right spot.
Yeah, you've got
Okay?
what?
And then you get 6 chances to guess.
So what, Michelle, gray means that the letter's not correct.
Oh, yeah, don't use that letter again.
Green means that it's the correct letter in the correct spot.
Right.
And then yellow means that the letter's in the word, but it's not in the correct spot, right?
Correct.
All right, so that's Wordle. So the millennials yesterday with the word caulk, they got all angry. I was reading a story that Michelle sent me, and somebody online on Twitter was saying, the New York Times can suck my caulk.
That's not healthy, people.
C-A-U-L-K.
Okay.
They're so
MJ,
angry.
What?
That would destroy your insides, all that caulking.
the only way, MJ, the only way to suck caulk is to do it out of the tube.
Yes.
And that would ruin you on the inside. That would get caught up in your intestinal tract.
That'd be
Caulk
bad.
doesn't
But,
digest
hey,
easily.
What about those rogue like butt injection people?
Right,
You
that's
go to,
who uses it.
You go to somebody's garage for like butt implants,
Yes.
and they jam Home Depot 30-year caulk in your butt.
And, I keep the caulk
Out of your
away
mouth.
from my...
Dude,
What?
Are you okay over there?
What's
happening?
Fester's having a
I
stroke over
gotta
here.
say it slow.
All right.
I gotta say it slow because
I just got word, MJ. Today's word is apple.
No, it's not.
It really is.
No, it's not.
Is it?
Yeah, apple. Everybody have fun.
Frog, that's wrong. Hey, all right. So, Michelle, before I let you go, so Michelle is all into this Wordle thing, but wait a minute. It's spider webbing out right now. Michelle, you're doing, what is, there are other ones that you were telling me about. There's one for curse word. What are the other ones?
Swirtle.
What is, so Swirtle? So instead of Wordle, there's now Swirtle, and it's a version with all swear words.
Loodle.
Then there's Loodle, which is what?
All lewd words.
Lewd words.
How about girdle?
I'm
Nothing
not
but.
very good at, apparently.
Well, hold on a minute. How many swear words are there that begin with or how many swear words are?
It's 4 letters, and you only get, I think, 4 chances on that one.
All right, I can do pretty good with that one.
And then, so what about lewd? Is that like lewd and lascivious?
Yeah.
Like anything lewd, right? Lewd words, but they it's very creative. Like yesterday's word, I never would have gotten.
Like
I had to
innuendo.
I had to sort of Google around,
How about fertile or turtle?
No,
Different
then
kinds of
there's my new
turtles.
favorite one, which is Semantle.
All right, now is that the tough one you were playing last night? All right, so
how much time do you have on your hands?
Hang on a minute. So Michelle, you
Wordle takes a minute.
All right, now you got sucked into Wordle. I mean, just like last week, right?
No, like a couple weeks ago.
All right, a couple of weeks ago. But now she's found all these other knockoffs, and then the one she was playing last night is like an Einstein version. Now, what's that one called?
Semantle.
And what's the difference in that one versus Wordle?
There's no limit to the word length, and so you could put in any word, and then the person created this algorithm, and all you have to go off of is it tells you how close you are to the word that you're trying to guess. And the closeness is there are different factors. It could be the letters, or it could be the type of word, the theme of the word, or anything. So, yesterday, if I put in reality, my closeness to the word that was the answer was 20 point something, I think percent is what it is or whatever. And then I kept guessing, and then calendar was closer, and then daily was really close. But you see, so it's not telling you the letters or the length or anything. You just have to kind of go off of what the word.
Did you even get that? You were playing for 3 hours last night.
Oh,
what was last night's word?
You want me to say it? It was weekly.
Weekly. All right, Michelle, listen, I got to run, but...
what did she just say? I'm so confused. No, that whole explanation.
It's a very cerebral, high IQ version. See, the Wordle is really for idiots.
It's like Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy is
the regular Wordle is just you don't have to have an IQ over 80 to really play Wordle.
The one worth $1 billion.
All right, Michelle, I got to run. All right.
Have fun.
All right, bye-bye. But Michelle sucked into tons of people are playing this thing. This Wordle thing has just exploded over the last.
I'm playing today's Wordle.
Yeah.
I have 4 of the 5 letters, and I can't figure out.
Look at you.
Huh?
Is it really that hard?
We're moving on. I'm not going to waste airtime while you play Wordle over here.
You keep talking. I'm playing Wordle.
No, Festus, stop, because you're distracting me. Stop. All right, so beware of this scam. Oh, by the way, you're listening to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, and we do have that Kemp Rouge and Green dash cam that we're going to give away in just a bit. So keep listening, courtesy of our friends at Kemp Rouge and Green, your car accident team. The law firm Kemp Rouge and Green has given us a whole pile of these Nexar Pro GPS dual dash cam system dash cams. So you can have a dash cam in your car, and we'll give away another one sometime before the end of the morning show, so stand by. All right, heads up for this racket, folks. This could be the next wave in you potentially getting ripped off. Listen to this little son of a... A boy asked to use the phone for help, and the boy instead went into this person's phone, went into their Venmo, and took nearly $4,000 from this individual.
What?
Yeah. So apparently, what? Fester, can you please turn?
I'm getting so many. Listen.
Turn your ringer off.
I did. Look, it's on. It's even on nighttime mode. I'm getting alerts that people are texting me with Wordle words now because everybody has my number.
Turn your phone off.
That's really irresponsible.
While we're on the
turn
air.
that thing off.
All right, listen to the story. This This is out of Baldwin Park in Orlando. So Baldwin Park, an area in Orlando. The woman's name is Shannon Fraser. And she was walking her dog when she ran into a young boy. Folks, this is unbelievable. Listen. This is from Channel 2, which is West TV over in Orlando. Shannon Fraser walking her dog. She ran into a young boy who told her this: "My phone is dead. I can't find my family or friends. I've lost them." So the Fraser woman says he's on a scooter. He seemed vulnerable. And then he said, "Can I please use your phone to call them?" She said she immediately helped him. And your instinct is to help a kid. And without thinking, in hindsight, she said, it's 2020, I just handed him my phone. She said the boy looked to be about 12 years old. He had the person on speaker. He's like, "I can't find you guys. Do you mind if I open your maps?" So he opens up maps, and I'm watching him do this. That's the crazy part. I'm a foot away. So then they part ways. She didn't think anything of it until Monday night. She gets alerts from her bank that my 2 Venmo transfers were approved. One was in the amount of $1,800. The other one was in the amount of $2,000. And that's when she said, oh, my God. She stopped dead in her tracks. She contacted Venmo and discovered that the account that her money was transferred to was set up just 30 minutes before she met the boy.
Oh.
She said this is like a new digital pickpocketing. But, well, the problem is not many people are walking around with $4,000.
Right.
So this is an even more expensive pickpocketing.
Dude, that is so almost genius.
Oh, my
So you
God.
borrow somebody's phone, get them to open up the screen beyond the phone so you can get into the apps by asking to use the maps, find Venmo on their phone, transfer the money over in a couple of seconds.
Yes.
How can
Yes.
you got to be real quick.
She said they're preying on your kindness as opposed to just stealing from you.
MJ, a kid walks up to you, and gives you a reasonable sob story and asks to use your phone.
Yeah, I hand nobody my phone.
I couldn't tell him to piss off quick enough.
No. I would
do things for him.
I would triage. Wait a minute. I would triage the situation.
Okay. All right. Break out the medical test. Triage this kid.
I've got a roll of gauze.
Yeah.
And some Neosporin.
All right. So
I got some Narcan also.
Like if he wanted your phone, you would just do what? Hey,
Yes.
what do you want to? What do you need me to do?
Right.
I'll execute for you.
Yes.
You're not holding my phone.
You are correct. I'm not handing my phone to nobody. Nobody is getting my phone. I should say I'm not handing my phone to anybody.
Oh,
all right?
I like nobody better.
Yeah. Nobody's going to hold my phone. I'm not going if there's a kid that needs help, I will call 911. If you want to provide me with your mother's number, I'll call your mother.
If a kid needed information, would you dial 411?
I'm holding. What if he needed to dig in the yard? Should you dial 311 so you don't hit a gas line? Listen, I'll help the kid out. But I'm not handing anybody my cell phone. Is that nuts? About $4,000, nearly $30. Looks like what, $3,800 in 3 minutes. And she said that most of my apps were protected by face identification. I thought Venmo was as well. It wasn't. In just 3 minutes, the boy took nearly $4,000. On Tuesday evening, Fraser said Venmo credited her everything that was taken, and she added that the company has credited the account, but it hasn't yet given her access to the money until they complete their investigation. And she said that she contacted Venmo and her bank, and her next call was to the police. And she said she's sharing the story with Channel 2 in Orlando because this is like a whole new type of mugging. I mean,
yeah, it's kind of on her, though. I mean, that's a very rascal, nefarious little boy. But, I mean, she just opened herself up to that.
You would never think of it. It would never enter your mind that somebody's going to hack into your Venmo account.
That you've got a kid that's appearing all vulnerable and help me. Your mommy instincts kick in, and this kid is ripping you off to the tune of $4,000. That's unbelievable. So Venmo told Channel 2 in Orlando that they looked into Fraser's case and resolved the situation. They add that they're aware of this type of scam, as they call it, but they're not seeing a massive wave. The companies, but they're aware, so this does happen. The company said they have a number of options for customers to enhance security for their accounts, including enabling Touch ID and PIN and completing multi-factor authentication. So, wow. That is just a heads up, folks, because that is a devious little booger.
It's a nice score.
That's-
$4,000.
That pulled that thing off, yeah.
Nice little heist.
So you would help the kid.
I would help the kid, but I'm not handing the kid my phone.
What if he needed new carpeting? What if he needed new carpeting and it gave you a number? I need the audio up. My joke doesn't work otherwise.
What, I got a number, 813-310-8444.
No.
Is that the number?
No. I was gonna play the Empire carpet number.
Dude,
Jesus,
really,
Fester, that was the worst.
That's the only phone number I can think of.
But wait a minute. That's your
Listen.
attempt at comedy this morning?
I mean, they're not.
800-588-2300. It sounds better when it plays.
Sir, please, sir. I need new carpeting in my house. I can't find. I don't know where my family is. Please, can I please borrow your phone?
No,
sorry.
Fester,
I have to borrow your
you don't have to keep selling it.
Fester, start submitting this stuff.
800-588-2300. Today.
All right, Fester,
That's funny.
start submitting this.
That's
No,
funny.
it's not funny.
Listen, hey, they're not all grand slams. They're not even all home runs. That might have been a single, but
That was a bunt. That was a foul ball.
You're a bunt.
I'm just turning your mic off. You're on probation for the rest of the show. You're on Fester probation.
The sunglasses make you not so funny.
I'll talk louder.
Bob Saget. Update on Saget. So yesterday, remember during the show yesterday, we talked about the Bob Saget family filing the lawsuit to stop the release of any more information regarding Bob Saget's death.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want pictures and video. They don't want other details to be released because they think it's going to be exploited. They think it's going to do irreparable damage to their family. Listen, the family's grieving big time. So yesterday we have the story on the show that the family had filed a lawsuit to try to block further Bob Saget autopsy information from being released. And guess what? Yesterday after the show, a judge here in Florida granted their request. So Wednesday, this judge has blocked the release of the death records. This is at least temporary. An Orange County medical examiner will not be able to release any more additional records for now. So on Wednesday, the Orange County Sheriff's Office released a statement also addressing the lawsuit. And do you see what's coming back around, though? The possibility that he hit his head on the headboard, that whole story is coming back around.
Would he have had to have done like the Nestea plunge fall into his bed to hit his head that hard?
There has been a temporary injunction. So a judge here in Florida has issued a temporary injunction blocking the release of any additional records pertaining to Bob Saget's death. But now there are multiple stories out there. I know that TMZ had a story that now they're going back around that maybe he slammed his head on the headboard. But then we saw video from inside the Ritz-Carlton that Inside Edition had, and the headboard was this like heavily fabric and padded headboard.
Yeah, that headboard doesn't seem like something that would do that kind of damage.
Well, I don't know if that's the exact same headboard that Bob had in his room. The Inside Edition folks got another room at the same hotel and did their investigation. Typically, you're right, but
typically those hotels are pretty much outfitted with the same furniture. It's not like a yard sale. Every room's got different crap in it.
You know, someone sent.
What are you laughing at?
I mean, it's funny. You're right, but it could be a different headboard. Maybe different trims of rooms have different headboards.
Someone showed me an aerial view of his room, and it was a big suite. There were a lot of different rooms in it.
The folks at the Inside Edition, they got the cheapest room at the Ritz-Carlton. He probably got the vice president suite or something. Do they have vice president suites? I don't know.
I still don't understand how, no matter the type of headboard, how someone, because they said, some people said he could have fallen from how high to get that kind of a lump on his head?
Yeah, there was one doctor said, looking at the autopsy information that had come out, that somebody would have to fall like 20 to 30 feet, hit their head to have the kind of injuries that Bob Saget had.
He's playing a little at-home wrestling. He jumped off the top rope.
You know, I can't. The story I was looking for, I thought I had it in my Saget pile, and I can't find it. So, Fester, do something useful. Go to the Googles and type in TMZ Saget and then headboard, and bring up the latest version because that's what I was looking for. I know I printed it out, but I can't find it. So this is from yesterday. Make it big. Authorities believe that Bob Saget hit the headboard, but they're certain there was no foul play. So this goes back to what I don't know if this is. Remember Coop's theory
I
was.
told you guys from the get-go.
Coop's theory was that he was getting into bed and the sheets and the blanket were tucked in so tightly at the bottom, and I don't like that. I like to have my blankets all free-flowing and sheets all free-flowing, so I always yank a bed apart. And Coop's theory was that Saget was tugging and tugging because he didn't like it all wedged in the bottom either. And then he's pulling and pulling with such force, and then it
gave way.
It wouldn't give way like that.
He slipped. His hand slipped.
Yeah, he lost his grip. That's what I'm trying to say. He lost his grip, and then his head whacked back. So that was one of Coop's theories.
What, did he go back at 100 miles per hour velocity? I mean,
how else? That's really the only reason, like, he would slam, in my eyes, that he would slam into the back of a headboard.
He just spoke with his wife before he went to bed. He would have said, "Oh, honey, I hit my head really, really hard." That would have come up in the conversation.
Right,
I think so too.
All right, so let me read this here.
He took a Joe Pesci bat to the head.
Bob Saget's death is creating mystery for many experts. This is TMZ yesterday, who wonder how he suffered such a severe skull fracture and what exactly he hit. But authorities affirm that they don't think it was caused by something connected, and they think authorities affirm on what that didn't happen, and they think the injury was caused by something connected to the bed. So the authorities in Orlando think that something happened with the bed to bash in Bob Saget's head.
Yeah, because they're listening to our morning show and they heard Coop's theory. Well, I heard this guy on the radio named...
I'm just turning you off your mic. All right.
They should have said that if they heard Coop's theory. But here's the thing. Well, I hate it when investigators are like, we're absolutely certain that there was no foul play and that he hit the headboard. Well, what information do you have that made you certain of that? Why are you not sharing that information?
And how about beds are killing people, apparently, and I want to know what kind of bed is doing this.
I'm moving along.
Let's leave that microphone on. Yeah, great bed joke.
Shut up, you fat ass.
You get a great bed
Just
joke.
because you're having a bad day and you're telling jokes that are in the bottom of the barrel.
What, are you kidding me? My Empire carpet joke was great.
Loser.
People say Fester is a large, rude man.
You're a schmuck of a man, Froggy.
People say Fester is a large, rude man.
Guess who's throwing out the first pitch at a minus minus A. What the more A's, the
triple A, double A, single A.
Yeah. All right, so single
triple A would be.
Roxanne is right here. She can give the entire.
I'm sorry, I was not paying attention.
Minor league baseball. What's the lowest level of minor league baseball?
Okay, you've got high A, and then below that is just regular A, and then below that you've got you have like instructional leagues. You have rookie ball. Rookie ball's the lowest.
This is low A. Have you heard of low A?
Oh, let's just do T-ball.
She's heard of low A.
Fester's got low T, but so. I think it's low A.
It's just regular A ball.
Guess who's throwing out the first pitch at a low A baseball game here in South Florida?
Who?
Or I should say southwestern Florida.
How about a hint? It could be anybody.
I mean, yeah, is it the president coming out to A ball?
Could be Corey Feldman.
No.
I mean, I don't know. Could be anybody.
Damien, my mechanic. He's the guy.
All right. Carol Baskin from the Tiger King.
That is awesome. How come what's the Yankees in town? They changed their name. They're not the Tampa Yankees anymore.
Well, no, but it's not here in Tampa.
Why don't the Tampa Tarpons, is that their name?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. But the Tampa Tarpons, why don't they have Carol Baskin come out and throw first pitch every game?
This is down in Fort Myers. So Carol Baskin is going to be throwing out the first pitch at the Mighty Muscles game at Doug Hammond Stadium on April 15th. It's just Hammond Stadium.
I was going to say, Doug's doing quite well.
On April 15th. So the Mighty Muscles will be playing the Hammerheads.
The Mighty Muscles?
And the players are going to be wearing tiger-themed jerseys. And proceeds from the auction, when they sell the jerseys afterward, will benefit Carol Baskin's Big Cat Rescue. How about funding the search for her missing husband, Don? How about that?
I mean, all you have to do is call a septic company for that. They'll find them.
But the Fort Myers Mighty Muscles, I guess they're a minor league baseball team. They're in the low A Southeast and a low A affiliate of the Minnesota Twins.
I think I've actually been to a Mighty Muscles game.
Really?
At the park in Clearwater.
No, that was the bar you went to with your buddies. Mighty Muscles.
No, that was the name of his buddy.
Hey, that's a good bar.
Hey, we're bringing Mighty Muscle out to the bar tonight.
Now, listen, I got a much better idea. Guys, this is so obvious. The minute I heard that Carol Baskin from the Tiger King, right up the road here, right off of the Veterans with her little tiger rescue park, and maybe Don buried somewhere on that acreage. My opinion, possibly. All right, so this is all wrong. If you're if you're gonna have anybody throw out the first pitch at a minor league baseball team that has anything to do, Froggy knows where I'm going with this. Okay. Froggy gets. Froggy,
it just hit me.
Froggy knows what it is.
It is horrible.
If you have anyone that's going to throw out the first pitch that has anything to do with the Tiger King, you get the woman that had her arm torn off by the tiger.
Just you have her nub fling it down.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you hear it on the news, I'm going to tell you myself. About an hour ago, we had an incident where one of the employees stuck their arm through the cage and a tiger tore her arm off.
That's who I want throwing out the first pitch at the Mighty Muscles.
And she will be throwing out the first pitch at the Mighty Muscles game next week.
I give you a refund or tickets back. No.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Come on. That's
poor lady. She's back to work the next day, I believe.
She was.
You should have had a bad day. Had my arm ripped off, but figured I'd come in.
You know what her favorite little snack is?
What's that?
Oh, pretzel nubs.
Oh,
yeah, she likes it. Yeah. No, but seriously, if you have anyone from the Tiger King, you get her.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you hear it on the news, I'm going to tell you myself. About an hour ago, we had an incident where one of the employees stuck their arm through the cage and a tiger tore her arm off.
Oh, my God.
I can give you your money back, or I can give you a rain check. Why don't you come back at another date?
All right, we'll be back next week. Thanks.
All right.
Dude.
Oh, look at these jerseys. These jerseys look pretty cool.
Yeah, what are they, like clams? They're like muscles like clams?
Yeah.
No, it's the special tiger jersey that they're going to be wearing.
The Carol Baskin tiger jersey looks pretty cool.
All right. Guys,
Wow.
I've got a couple of voyeuristic issues that we need to deal with here on the MJ Morning Show. You know, one caught my attention last night, and that's like America's team. When I say America's team, who am I talking about?
The Cowboys.
Yes. So, for whatever reason, the Dallas Cowboys became known as America's team. Well, they're in Dallas. How's that America's team?
It was a marketing gimmick in the 70s.
All right, fine.
More people hate the Cowboys than ever.
So listen to this story, and then it kind of morphs into a local story of, I think there's some similarity. The Dallas Cowboys, listen to this. The Dallas Cowboys have paid out a confidential settlement of $2.4 million to members of their cheerleading squad after an alleged 2015 incident involving a team executive and their locker room. This is pretty damn creepy. So the suit followed allegations against longtime senior vice president for public relations and communications, Rich Dalrymple. The cheerleaders claim that he stood behind a partial wall in their locker room with his iPhone extended while they changed their clothes. You got an executive with the Dallas Cowboys that was spying on them and videoing them while they were changing into their Dallas Cowboys cheerleader outfit.
Doesn't Dalrymple sound like he's going to be a pervert?
Oh.
Doesn't that name just bestow that upon you?
I got a big Dalrymple right over here.
I don't appreciate Roxanne bringing shame to the Dalrymple name.
Man, it's like an old like a Meatballs movie.
Mr. Dalrymple. That's the most Texas name ever.
This is crazy. So a fan signed an affidavit, said that he saw the alleged incident while watching a live stream of the team's war room, according to ESPN. So this guy, he retired this month, 32 years with the Dallas Cowboys. And
you've seen a lot of cheerleaders.
Yeah, apparently so. You think that this was the first time that he spied on Dallas Cowboys? Do you know how many amazingly attractive and
have you ever seen the show Making the Team of the
yeah.
Dallas
good.
cheerleaders tryout show?
I have not.
It's incredible.
With the two like old cheerleaders that are just ball busters.
Yeah, the woman who runs the Dallas cheerleaders program, she could kick anybody's ass.
That
in the
house
world.
mom. She's
She
like a
is
house. Yeah.
so tough.
Mm-hmm.
So each of the women involved will get $399,523.27.
Wow.
That's the take they're going to get. Those are so multiple cheerleaders were apparently seen in different states of dress and undress while this creep was spying on them. So that's Dallas Cowboys. And then there's a local story, and I'm like, well, hold on a minute. Did you see that mermaids at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium?
Yeah. Okay.
What?
I must be completely out of it, but I didn't know they had mermaids there.
They were recorded changing in their locker room. What the?
Oh, God, look at that tail.
So 2 women were allegedly accidentally recorded while changing at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. And they're like ticked. They're very unhappy. Caroline Don and Ashley Mengel. Yeah, they're now telling their story to, I guess, anyone that will listen. And I guess the story was they were working at the aquarium as mermaids with something called the Blue Mermaid Designs Group. This is back in December of 2020. And apparently they were recorded on video getting in and out of their mermaid outfits. Hey, what I would say to them is you might want to get a hold of the lawyers that handle this $2.4 million settlement for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Yeah. Listen,
yeah.
At the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, have they found the person or mammal that put the camera up there?
It was Winter.
Okay, that's not funny.
Winter.
MJ.
It was Winter.
We're still mourning. It's too soon.
All right,
No, it was Nick,
It
that
was
degenerate
Nick.
gambler.
It was Nicholas, the one that picks the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, dolphins are highly sexual. They're like the most sexual mammal around.
They're horny.
So, Fester, do I really have to turn your mic off again?
Why are you so annoying today?
If by annoying
what
you
is
mean-
wrong
All right,
with you today?
Help me make something funny out of mermaids. Mermaids were getting spied on. At
He's
a
wearing
dolphin.
sunglasses, and it's the worst day he's ever
I'm
had.
telling the story. Not everything has to be laugh out loud funny.
No, I don't subscribe to
All
that.
right, whatever.
Everything
anyway,
has to be funny.
according to Channel 8, Caroline Don says she's speaking out to protect other women from being victims. She said we were silent before when these kinds of things have happened to us, but never silent again.
Yeah, well, Nicholas has a statement on behalf of the marina.
All right,
Oh, God.
all right, Fester. Dude, I'm going to ask you to leave.
I got a headache.
My God, Fester, what? It's like something's happened to your brain today. Your mic is off. All right, so the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, they issued a statement saying that the Clearwater Marine Aquarium announced that an independent investigation determined that in 2020, one of the facility's security cameras accidentally recorded a group of female workers as they changed clothes.
Uh-huh.
So where was this footage accidentally seen then? Yeah, the workers, all adults, were using a room that was not usually used for changing clothes, and that a camera monitoring the room was inadvertently left on and not immediately noticed.
Is that like a fetish thing for people? Maybe they were targeted.
All right, Professor, stop. So, but that's just a bizarre story as well. On the heels of this Dallas Cowboys little incident, I just thought it was Was an interesting little local tie-in. All right, folks, coming up shortly, we will give away the dash cam from Camp Rouge and Green and the MJ Morning Show. So we have a really high-quality dash cam for your car or truck, and we'll give it away shortly. Just keep listening, and we'll tell you exactly when to call in. Now, if you are looking for a mortgage, if you need a mortgage for your home that you're going to buy, or if you need to refinance, You should never change your seat on a plane unless you tell them. Serenity Haley is her name. She's a flight attendant for American Airlines, and she put out a video. She's got like 10,000 followers on social media. She puts out a video. This is why you should never change your seat on an airplane. You got to tell the crew if you're going to change your seat. Here's the audio. Let me play this for you. This is what her claim is on why you should never, ever change your seat on a plane all by yourself.
So here's a quick little fun fact about planes and why you shouldn't change your seat without asking a flight attendant. Before takeoff, we always do what's called a weight and balance, just to make sure that the weight is good on the plane and that the balance is okay for takeoff. So when you change your seats, you're actually changing the balance of the plane. So make sure you always ask just in case.
Shut up. All right.
What?
Now,
That's
No
ridiculous.
way.
Yeah, that's a wives' tale.
listen, if the whole plane moves from the front to the back, maybe. If the whole plane says, you know what, we want to all sit on the right side of the plane and no seats on the left side of the plane, you know, maybe. Yeah,
I don't even think that'll do it, Will. I mean, it's an airplane.
Listen, weight and balance, that is true. I've been on planes.
I've been
where
on very small planes.
Usually it's smaller planes, but I've been on some larger planes where they had to like load sandbags on apparently for weight balance. And so weight and balance, yeah, it's a real thing. But,
if it's like a small plane from the Bahamas or something and nobody else is on the plane except a couple people, then they move you around.
Yeah, sometimes. But what I'm saying is, if you're on like a Boeing 737 or a 757 or an Airbus 330 or whatever, and you're a one individual and you change your seat, that's not going to change the weight and balance of the aircraft. Come on, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I was on a commuter flight, like into like Fort Wayne, and it was like the kind you can't bring luggage on. Or
yeah, they
like
probably told you that you were too heavy to fly.
They're like, sir, you're gonna have to.
If it was like
take a bus,
the Richard Simmons like class taking a big trip to Jamaica all together, and they all went to the back of the plane. Maybe
Right.
then it would tilt.
No, you actually need the plane would pop a wheelie on the runway taking off. It'd be fine.
I gotta be honest. I don't know if I'm buying this. Now I'll tell you though, there was that video that remember the plane tilted back. This was not too long ago. There was a commercial jet that was. It was really due to the cargo. They had too much cargo loaded in the rear, and the plane like popped the wheelie, and at the gate it was sitting on its rear end.
I thought she was going to say that
with the nose up in the air.
The plane crashes, they know who's in what seat.
Yeah, that's what when I first saw that, and I saw the headline, flight attendant says the dangerous reason why you should never change your seat on a plane. Yeah, that's what I thought of originally, and then I'm like listening to this. It's like, listen, if the whole plane moves, yeah, maybe 11 inches, but one person, come on, one person, I highly doubt that that's going to screw with the weight and balance of a large plane, unless it's a small plane. Unless it's, Coop.
So Kim said, on line 11, she says that she had an experience on Spirits of a balancing thing.
Well, hold on. It's Kim?
Kim from Hudson, yeah.
Hey, Kim, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome, Kim.
Hi.
What happened?
Well, we were on the Spirit, and we were going from Vegas to Washington State, and there was only 89 people on the whole flight, so they made us all sit separately so they could even out the weight.
I guess how many does the plane hold? Like 200 people, 150 people?
Well, how long
It was
ago?
a big plane.
Yeah, so how long ago was this?
This was just last year.
All right, so it would have been like an Airbus 320. So Spirit, I think, flies Airbus 320. So it's it's like a same size as like a Boeing 737, and so they had you all spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was only 89 of us, so.
Yeah. I understand that if there's a few people, space them out a little bit. I get it.
I'll tell you what. Early in the pandemic, before people started flying again, Michelle and I, we flew Tampa to Boston. And we were on a flight with like 6 or 7 people. That was a Delta flight from Tampa to Boston. Like 7 people. It's like take whatever seat you want.
Yeah.
You know.
Those are eerie.
Yeah, I know.
I took a Southwest flight once from New Orleans to Tampa, and it was like the late flight. And I was like maybe one of me, Joey B, and 6 other people.
I was on a Southwest flight once with 2 people.
Wow.
Yeah. I flew, I believe it was Tampa to West Palm. It was, Southwest used to fly Tampa, West Palm.
Right.
And they don't do it anymore. But I love that when my grandparents were in West Palm when they were alive, and my parents had moved there, and they used to have a Tampa to West Palm flight. It was like an early morning flight on Southwest. I once took the flight over, I think it was like a Saturday morning at like 6:05. There were 2 passengers on the plane. I took a picture. I've got the picture somewhere. 2 passengers. It was me and another guy on the plane. That was it on a Boeing 737. So, hey, Kim. Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
I wanted to say one more thing. The thing about the chocolate, giving it to the stewardess and getting a free drink, that doesn't work either.
Oh, that's right. I love the stuff that people remember. We did that story like a month ago about somebody with a hack that if you want to get a free drink, then when you board the plane, just give a piece of chocolate to the flight attendant. Say, hey, I hope you're having a great day. And you hand them a Hershey Kiss or you hand them a little, little lint chocolate or whatever, So you tried that?
I did. Boarding and both times I boarded.
When was this?
Home to Minnesota.
When did you try it?
On December 6th.
All right, so we did it over a month ago. So we did it late last year. So you heard us talk about this, right?
Correct.
And then you tried it, and no free drink for you.
No free drink. She told me, "Oh well, thank you very much, and your seat's way back at the end." I was like, okay.
Yeah, you got the last seat back there. But have they started serving alcohol yet? Again, on that airline that you flew?
Yes, they were.
All right. Well, what airline was it?
Spirit.
Oh, so what is your deal with Spirit Airlines?
Spirit's great.
They charge you to pee. I mean,
No, they're cheap if you don't need any. Like I was just going home for a couple of days, so it costed me $27.40 to fly one way.
Oh my! Yeah. From where? From Tampa to where?
From Orlando to Minnesota.
Orlando to Minnesota.
I don't know if Spirit's the airline to pull the coffee or the chocolate trick on.
Yeah, it's not. Try one of the more premium carriers like Delta. See what happens. Hey, Kim, thanks for listening.
Yep, bye-bye.
That's great.
All right, one other airline or airplane related item which kind of caught my attention. Another whack job tries to open up a plane door. Why did this guy try to open up the airplane door? Because he was trying to apparently share his views on COVID. Like, what? So the guy thought that he was going to get all kinds of attention and get arrested and get all kinds of media attention by opening up or attempting to open up the airplane door in flight, and then he was going to tell everyone what he thought about COVID.
I don't think it works like that.
No. Well, also, you can't open up an airliner door at altitude. You can't physically do it. You have a pressurized cabin. I don't know when these people are going to realize it, that you're not going to be able to open up the door at 35,000 feet. So a guy's been charged with allegedly trying to open the emergency exit during flight from Salt Lake City to Portland so he could be recorded talking about his views on the COVID-19 vaccine. My God, people have gone nuts.
Just start a blog.
Now I want to know what the guy has to say.
Michael Brandon Damari, 32, charged in Oregon federal court for interfering with a flight crew back on February 11th. He was on Delta Flight 1580 when witnesses say that he removed the plastic covering of the emergency exit handle and pulled on the handle with his full body weight. A flight attendant told Damari to stop touching the handle. He complied. Damari was then taken to the back of the plane where he was seated and physically restrained. 4 passengers were asked to keep an eye on Damari. There were no reports that Damari appeared to be intoxicated or under the influence of drugs. When the plane landed in Portland, cops took him into custody. Charging documents state that he admitted to grabbing the handle on the emergency exit so other passengers would video him, thereby giving him an opportunity to share his thoughts on the COVID-19 vaccine. So he wanted passengers to videotape this maniac on the plane, and then he would start ranting about COVID-19 vaccines, and then that video would go viral, as these videos typically do when there's an incident on an airplane.
And that's who I listen to, madmen on planes talking about vaccines.
What a plan this guy had. Man, that is a plan.
Oh, yeah.
He wrote this whole thing out. It was going to work to perfection.
Oh, my God. So this guy was taken into custody. He's currently on, by the way, currently on probation in Oregon for a previous DUI conviction. He was also convicted of criminal mischief last year in 2021.
Jeez.
Yeah, they've got him in custody until his next court hearing. So, yeah, that's a really sound plan you have there, dude.
Yeah.
What a bonehead.
Really workshopped it.
You know who's getting a lot of crap? Winning quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams.
Stafford?
Yeah.
What'd he do?
Matthew Stafford is getting some guff right now, getting some crap. So, as you know, they had the parade.
Yes, it was yesterday.
Yesterday, you had the L.A. Rams victory parade in L.A. for their Super Bowl win over the Cincinnati Bengals. A woman, a photographer, took a brutal fall during the parade and fractured her spine right in front of Matthew Stafford. Kelly Smiley, who is a photographer for Crypto.com or for the Crypto.com arena. So apparently she's sort of connected to the team.
Staples Center changed their name to Crypto.com.
Right. So now the Staples Center is now the Crypto.com arena, right?
Right.
Okay. So, and they don't play, they play at SoFi.
Right.
Okay. So right next door, right nearby. So the photographer, this woman, she is captured on video falling right off a stage right in front of Matthew Stafford, the Rams quarterback. She falls down, and apparently she hit the ground and fractured her spine. Now, she was able to get up, but after the fact, obviously, she knew that something was wrong. So in the clip, this woman falls backward off the Rams house stage. And
have you seen the video?
Yeah, I've got the video. Yeah, absolutely. I've got the video. So she falls off the stage, whacks onto the ground, then does get back up. But Stafford goes, oh, and then just walks away.
Yeah, I'm trying to make excuses for him in my head, but it's really difficult.
All right, Coop, you got to get this video. Fester's got the video up. So this photographer, this woman, literally just falls to the ground, and it was like a trap door opened up, and she goes whoosh right in front of Rams quarterback Stafford, and he makes a mouth movement like and then turns his back and walks away.
Ouch!
Why did he help her? Why wouldn't he assist? Are you okay?
That's kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so she fell probably 8 or 10 feet.
Yeah,
I could see where the stage was. So she took a fall quite a distance.
She did.
It's not much he could have done anyway.
Did she give the "Oh dear Lord" Kelsey Grammer as she fell through the stage?
Is that his wife who
Yeah, that's
goes over there?
Kelly, his
So
wife.
he's with his wife,
So
Kelly Stafford.
his wife apparently started to show concern, and she's like, oh, and she like looks over the edge, but then Stafford just walks away. I'm like, what is he doing? So
And, yeah.
that's like, all right, I'm out of here.
You-
I can't deal with some lady that fell off a stage and hurt her back.
Okay, well, in the NFL, if a player gets hurt, you just go back to the huddle. Let the medical staff worry about it.
So the photographer, this Kelly Smiley who fell, she wrote, I unfortunately fractured my spine today. She wrote on Instagram, she was seen wearing a back brace at the hospital. She says, you're feeling okay, staying the night in the trauma center. Thank you. She also promoted a GoFundMe page started by a friend that was titled Help Kelly Get Back on Her Feet.
Now, was this before or after the parade?
I think this was after the parade,
Okay.
after they then went to the stage area
Gotcha.
to appear before the fans.
Interestingly enough, Tom Brady tweeted at Matthew Stafford or one of his parade photos or videos, and it's Matthew smoking a cigar and drinking. And so Tom says, mix in a water, Matt, trust me. You know, obviously he's had his parade heydays. And so maybe he was really drunk and made a bad decision
No,
by not reacting.
Matt made the right decision. Let the medical staff worry about it. I'm out of here.
All right,
Nothing I can do anyway.
Again, so Tom Brady sent the message to Matt Stafford,
Yes.
mix in water, Matt, trust me. And that obviously is a reference to that video and picture
Stumbling
of
and-
Tom
yeah.
Brady drunk off his ass after the Super Bowl win, and he's stumbling, and his trainer's holding him up. That famous shot of Tom just blitzed.
Some people can handle their alcohol, Tom, okay? We don't drink like little baby birds.
But I just don't understand why Matthew Stafford would like walk away. It's not a good look. Remember when? Hey, Fester, you got to turn off our webcam.
I think we got actual audio,
Hold on,
MJ.
hold on.
Turn off.
Fester's blowing every bit today.
All right, Fester, turn off. Yeah, turn that off.
All right.
All right. Now, Kelsey Grammer, remember he fell off. He hurt himself. Kelsey Grammer was at an event, and Kelsey Grammer fell off a stage.
Oh, dear Lord.
Here we go.
Yeah, oh, listen. I mean, it's awful. All right.
Trip through It's a Small World, pretending I was a UN interpreter. Oh, dear Lord.
That was Kelsey Grammer. Why are you laughing at Kelsey Grammer falling off a
'Cause,
stage?
if you've done that.
Because you remember the
Yeah.
stage, it had like little teeth cutouts in it, and he just went right.
It's the worst. It's like a shark tooth edge of the stage. It's
Yeah.
the worst stage design I've ever seen.
And him screaming,
It's like
"Oh
Swiss
dear
cheese.
Lord!" in mid-fall is, I don't know, it's really funny. Oh dear Lord.
And then what about the lady on Channel 5 in Atlanta that was stomping on the grapes?
Oh, that's the best.
I bring that. Hurry up. We got a few minutes here.
She couldn't breathe.
Grape stomping fall. Here, it's like the
This
top
is the
item.
best. This is the best fall.
This is, and then she starts like wailing and sucking in air. And all right, roll the video. This is crazy. Fox 5.
Ready to try it? Yeah, sure.
Listen to this.
Disgusting. All right, you ready? Give us a 30-second time. Here we go. So what's the deal here? There's a contest to stomp, and how are you measuring who?
She's at a winery stomping on grapes.
And whoever stomps the most shoots wins an overnight stay, but it's not the only thing you can do.
The measuring cups are down below, right?
This is the reporter.
Below.
All right. And if you win, you get to stay at Chateau Milan. And what else do you have going on here?
Well, if grape stomping's not your thing, you can come and spend the day listening to live.
I should have fast forwarded this.
Yeah, fast forward a little bit.
Having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours.
That is
Oh no.
that is unbelievable.
Poor lady.
Did you see her horrible feet?
That here's the original. That was
These
a
buckets are filled with grapes.
This is much better audio. Listen to this.
These are filled with Chamberson grapes,
All right.
and the
I got
winner.
plenty. Yeah,
this
listen.
Saturday-
Here we go. All right, here we go. And she,
Oh,
boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No, I
there.
think she is.
Yeah, she's hurt. She took a hard.
Then back to the studio. Oh dear. Oh my.
Coop,
Oh,
you've never seen that? She started morphing into a seal begging for a fish.
Sounds like a seal, exactly.
That's what you get for not painting your toenails before you stomp on
Unbelievable. So I thought of both those things when Matthew Stafford watched a woman fall right in front of her. All right, folks, let's give away the dash cam. All right, we have a high-quality digital dash cam for your vehicle, courtesy of Kemp Rouge and Green, your car accident team. Let's go. We'll take caller 50 right now at 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you're caller 50, you'll get the dash cam right now. Caller 50, 800-990-1047. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, Steve and Elizabeth Holland are the principals and the founders of the Holland Group Retirement Wealth Advisors. Steve and Elizabeth would like to meet with you. Steve and Elizabeth Holland would like to build you a financial roadmap. They would like to hand you a written financial and retirement plan. Complimentary, no obligation. Now, currently... Whomever can.
What the hell? Why did you get first?
Blurt it out. You got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. The final chunk of MJ is on right now for this Thursday.
Why don't you say chunk of the show? Because when you say chunk of MJ, I think of like a cake of you and it's like taking a piece off.
So, Rox, I saw 11 of these last night.
The only thing I can come up with is you were driving around South Tampa. You saw 11 couches on the side of the road. Remember we used to see those?
Yeah. Couch dumping. Yep.
I love
no.
this.
It's a big number.
Nope. Not 11 couches. Fester, Coop, Froggy, I saw 11 of these occurring last night.
Occurring?
So I've just dropped I've dropped another hint. I saw 11 of these occurring.
Oh, it changes my answer.
I know.
What?
People buying lottery tickets.
Nope.
Good guess.
Son of a turd.
What was your guess going to be, Fester?
My original guess was purple streetlights.
That was my original, too.
You guys got it all wrong.
What? What do you think it is?
Last night was a full moon. You saw 11 people turn into werewolves.
No.
Good answer.
This is deteriorating.
That's impossible.
I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm just going to cut to the chase.
Thank you.
Wait, I have another guess.
I mean, you saw 11 meth transactions.
No.
Hooker transactions.
No.
You saw 11 hooker transactions?
Let me give you a little more. I was walking the dogs as I do every night after my afternoon show, after Schnit. I know. Yes, Froggy.
You saw 11 Uber Eat type deliveries.
You are correct.
Yes!
I counted 11.
What did I win?
There's no prize.
11. You are correct, Froggy. Yes.
Good.
11. So I started walking the dogs at about, last night I was a little later. I was about 6:30. Usually I try to get at 6:02, 6:05. About 6:30, about a 35 to 40-minute walk, depending on whether the dogs, want to move fast or slow. 11. And I'm watching the cars drive up to the houses, and they're getting out with the bags and everything. 11.
Okay.
In my neighborhood alone, during a 2-mile walk, a 37-minute walk, 11 food deliveries.
And?
The point is, people are lazy, man. I'm telling you. Why aren't people going to pick up their own food, number one, because it'll be probably hotter, faster, fresher.
Why don't you knock on the door and ask them?
And then number two, how about cooking at home?
If you want to eat
judge
it.
What's that, Roxanne?
Oh, no, I was just going to say that people who get the food deliveries, too, I've noticed sometimes the portion size aren't as big when you get it delivered, and it just, like you said, isn't as fresh.
Look, everybody has their own reasons for doing what they do.
I get it, but the reason why I'm also bringing this up, and I might not have mentioned this, although last night I saw this, that DoorDash stock popped 30% because of strong order numbers. The company posted strong order numbers, added a lot of new users. Well, guess what? I saw 11 freaking food deliveries on a 35-minute dog walk last night. I think that's a lot. Now, I don't know if it was Uber Eats. I don't know if it was DoorDash. You got a bunch of different services around the country, but I just thought it was a hell of a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Hey, my friend who's the pilot, who I was texting to see if he'd come on with us, he's available now. And if you heard in the last segment, we were talking about this flight attendant who shot a video and posted it on her social media. And the flight attendant was telling people, don't change your seat. So my pilot buddy, who is a 737 pilot, he is available to take our call. And I had said, listen, if one person changes their seat on a pretty big commercial aircraft, I don't think it's going to throw the plane all off balance. Now, are there balance and weight issues on aircraft? Absolutely. But one person? Unless you're on like a little tiny commuter plane, I don't know, like a Twin Otter or something. Even then, let me get my buddy on the line. I call him Captain X.
Oh, God.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
You guys have nicknames for each other?
Is that role play?
I mean,
What does he call you?
What are you talking about? No, I call
him Captain X.
Because if I did,
Yes, Deputy Douche.
if I identify his airline, I don't want to give his name out, so I call him Captain X.
All right.
Hello, Captain X.
Hey, what's up, Todd?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing?
So like, if I mention your airline that you fly for, I was telling the crew that I don't like to mention your name, so I call you Captain X, but you fly for a major airline, and I think I've mentioned the airline in the past. You don't mind, right?
Allegiant.
Yeah. So it's
Yes.
not
Allegiant. He's the pride of Allegiant.
Busted.
He flies the
we
Tampa
don't
to
call it Allegiant. We call it it's Alley Giant.
Yes, Alley
Alley
Giant.
Giant.
Tampa to Flint.
No.
Twice a week.
Hey, guess what? Seriously, Michelle and I, as you've heard on the show, the only state that I've never been to is North Dakota. I've been to every state, and I've been to a bunch of territories, and I've never been to North Dakota. And then we find out that Allegiant, they fly from PIE, from St. Pete
To Fargo.
to Fargo, North
Yes,
Dakota.
yes.
So,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, literally. And I told Michelle, hey, come spring, we're going to fly up to Fargo for the weekend on Allegiant.
That's awesome.
You're going to love it.
Just for the hell of it. So, all right. So, Captain X.
It'll only cost you $5.
Yeah, it's only $5. So Captain X is my buddy. Captain X is a Southwest 737 pilot. And let me play an audio bite for you here, Captain X. This is a flight attendant with like a video blog, and she's getting a lot of attention because she said this.
So here's a quick little fun fact about planes and why you shouldn't change your seat without asking a flight attendant. Before takeoff, we always do what's called a weight and balance, just to make sure that the weight is good on the plane and that the balance is okay for takeoff. So when you change your seats, you're actually changing the balance of the plane. So make sure you always ask just in case.
So she's saying never change your seat, weight and balance. And I understand the weight and balance on aircraft, absolutely essential, where the cargo goes, front, back, and the weight, people in the back, people in the front. I get it. Weight is important on any aircraft. But one person on a Boeing 737 changing a seat, does that make any difference?
No.
There you go.
What about 20 people changing their seat?
Maybe.
Okay.
It depends on how the aircraft is loaded and how many people are on it. Like if you got a big old 800 that's got 175 seats on it, and you've got 20 people on it. Yeah, we actually have to zone people out, for takeoff and landing. But it is incredibly rare. That girl was talking so fast, she sounded like a chipmunk. I could barely understand.
Yeah.
But no. The smaller the airplane, the more critical it is. I used to fly King Airs. I've flown. I've just about flown them all. And the smaller the airplane, the more critical, because you have less power, the smaller engine, and if a lot of these airplanes crash, because improper loading.
Yep.
And they're over gross weight, and then you factor in things like density, altitude, and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was a weight and balance issue. Who was the singer they crashed in the Bahamas?
Yeah, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, right.
Aaliyah,
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
She had
that's
two.
right, that's
She had
right.
3 fat bodyguards on one side, and the plane did like a flip on the runway.
I think it was equipment on the airplane is what it was. All right, so I just wanted to go. I wanted to go to the horse's mouth, and I thought that the flight attendant with her video blog was making a little bit too much of, never change your seat. One person's not going to make it.
If that's the case, how does anybody go to the bathroom during a flight?
There you go.
Yeah, that's logical.
There you go. Hey, before I let you roll, any incidents with any because it seems that it's unbelievable the number of incidents with passengers these days, and the numbers. Last year like 6,000 incidents, the highest ever, like cumulatively. It's crazy. Have you had any?
90% masks. 90% masks. I'm telling you, pal.
Yeah, that's the incident. That's right.
It's a mask issue.
Have you had anyone violent? What was the last flight where someone had to be restrained or plastic handcuffed or anything? Have you ever had that recently?
Duct tape.
Yeah, it's been a while. I booted a guy off in Vegas the other day.
Hold on. You did what?
I booted a guy off the airplane in Vegas the other day.
What happened?
He got on board the airplane, and we nobody likes to wear these masks. We especially pilots, and there's actually a federal aviation regulation that if I pushed it, I really wouldn't have to wear a mask, but I just haven't done it yet. But a lot of American buddies of mine aren't wearing masks on the airplane because of a federal aviation regulation 6153 that essentially says that if it interferes with your ability to fly or interferes with your ability to breathe, you don't have to wear one. But anyway, that's another story.
Yep.
The guy got on board the airplane and took it off, and the flight attendant went back and said, "Hey, pal, none of us like to wear them, but you knew the rules before you got on." And he said, "Yeah, I'm sorry." Took it off and getting ready to shut up the airplane, and he took it back off. And so she called me. I rarely go back. And I walked back there and just kneeled down by the guy. I said, "Look, man, I don't like wearing them. You don't like wearing them. But it's the rules. You knew it when you got on. Is there going to be a problem here?" He goes, "No, man, I'm so sorry." So anyway, long story short, right before I started the engine, off comes his mask. So I evacuated the airplane. I don't want to YouTube, I don't want to be a YouTube star. So
yeah.
I just told everyone, I said, leave your stuff in your seat, get off the airplane. We're going to have someone removed. I'm not going to tell you who they are. And so everyone got off, took 5 minutes, and called the cops. They came down there, grabbed the guy, pulled him off, and had everybody back on the airplane and got to my destination early.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just, it is what it is, man. But it's always the mask.
By the way, I was looking for you on Saturday. My pal here was leaving Tampa. Where were you headed? What city were you going to on Saturday?
Blah, 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 blah.
Probably don't remember, but
I don't know.
Anyway, so he texted me before he pushed back from the gate. I get a text. Hey, here's my flight going to be taking off from 19 right, and I happened to be with Michelle and her parents. We were sitting at El Cap having a cheeseburger, and I was watching you on Flight Radar 24, and they had you turn before you got down all the way.
Yeah, I figured. I was looking. I knew about where you were at.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to turn too early.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this Grand Marshal thing, dude? What was that all about?
I was the Grand Marshal last weekend at the night parade in Ybor. It was great.
Man, I tell you what, I don't know if I can hang around with you anymore, man. You're getting so, I'm telling you, you're just becoming too big of a celebrity, man.
I'll talk to you soon. Captain X, my buddy. All right, man.
Take care, buddy.
You bet.
We'll see you.
All right, so on. So, again, one person shifting seats. That's a little bit melodramatic with the flight attendant.
MJ, can you call Big Lou? I want to have a chat with him.
Why is that?
I just want to have a chat with my buddy on the air.
Well, we're talking about this.
I just want to talk to my friends as well. If that's you want to call Bud.
Dude, he's a captain that's telling us.
Big Lou's a captain of a Sherwin-Williams.
And then he just had to evacuate the whole area. You see what he did there? He had everybody taken off. Everyone left the airplane, and they were all off the plane. And then he was able to identify which individual was the one that. So that's actually cool. That's a good way to do it instead of having the whole incident on board the airplane. I'm trying to think of names that I can call you guys for being members of the MJ Morning Show.
We have names.
No, because you saw that Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, I know. Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is creepy. I told you, I got creepy Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is telling all Facebook staff that they're now known as MetaMates.
MMs.
Because the name of the company is now Meta. So you're now a MetaMate.
We're MJ mates.
My God.
MJ mates.
That is as goofy as it gets. I think we're done. We out of here?
I think so.
Roxanne, you're off tomorrow. Have a good trip in London.
That's right.
Or wherever you're going.
Roxanne is going to Mexico and Canada and Norway.
A world
and
tour.
Japan. And she's going to Epcot with her kids, who are going to be miserable little cranks all day long.
And it's going to be hot tomorrow.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, that's right. It's going to be hot. Yeah.
Get hammered.
All right, folks, have a fantastic day. And we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Website is loaded, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And let's be careful out there.